Welcome into Iberia Parish, a gorgeous sunset over Vermilion Bay and Redfish Point. New Iberia, the site for our LHSAA network Game of the Week. The Pioneers of Notre Dame at 2-1, and the Panthers of Catholic-N.I Iberia also 2-1. Hi everybody, alongside former LSU national champion Derry Beckwith, I'm Garrett Walver-Derry. Both these teams have Ironmen playing on both sides of the ball. They also both love to run the rock. Tackling will be key tonight. Both teams are extremely physical. You're going to see a lot of unbuckled chin straps tonight. If you love smash mouth football, this is the game to watch. Now, whoever can sustain that physicality is going to have success tonight. Both these teams know each other very well. They've got championship history inside the Superdome against each other. In fact, the last time both teams won a title, it came against the other. In 2017, Catholic-N.I ran for almost 300 yards behind senior tailback Jaden Stokes. The Panthers won it all, 33-16 in Division III Select, and Coach Brent Endest delivered the first title for Catholic since 1962. 1 year later, hey, deja vu. Same teams in the Division III game. Notre Dame quarterback Ben Broussard on play action hits the tight end Thomas Ballard for 17 yards, and he'll find his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Coach Louis Cook and the Pioneers double up Catholic of New Iberia 42-21, Notre Dame's 6th championship and the 5th overall for Coach Cook. We're ready to kick this one off. A beautiful night, 82 degrees, clear, and we're underway on a Thursday night in New Iberia. Catholic-N.I Iberia and the all-red tops. Notre Dame will receive the ball first, and the Pioneers, under veteran coach Louis Cook, bring a veteran offense onto the field. Parker Faust will lead the way for the Pioneers. Last year in the quarterfinals, ended up losing to St. Charles Catholic on the road. You see Parker Faust in his 2nd season as a starter. Faust last year helped deliver a 7-game win streak when the original starting quarterback went down. Faust, one of those guys who can run the offense, very exceptional when he's in the backfield. We should expect to have a quick clock tonight as both teams love to run it. First attempt over off the right side for a minimal gain. Number 20, Jack Meadis, is your running back for Notre Dame.
And Jack Meadis had an outstanding game early this year against Southside. He ran for over 200 yards, so expect Notre Dame to get the ball into his hands to see if he can make something happen. This running back is extremely electric.
Notre Dame opened up the season at home against Southside. Wet, muddy conditions limited the passing attack. Meadis scored the game's first touchdown on a 20-yard run. The quarterback, Faust, gets smoked, but Meadis has room to run, and he'll move the chains for the game's first down. Notre Dame would end up beating Southside. They got up 21-0 and gave up 3 touchdowns in the second half, but a missed extra point doomed the Sharks, and Notre Dame escaped in their opener 21-20. 14 yards on the carry for Meadis. That's a Farm Bureau first down for Notre Dame. Now 1st and 10, ball on the 36. Awesome crowd, Derry, walking up. Everybody's tailgating, sitting on the back of their pickup truck, families everywhere, just an incredible environment.
Absolutely, it's definitely Friday night football, actually Thursday night football, but the weather, it's been extremely hot in Louisiana. Finally to have some wind come through. It's a great atmosphere to be in tonight.
So, incomplete pass. That one intended for Josh G. Abear. 10 of 11 starters, and the offense brought to you by Farm Bureau of Louisiana. 4 of 5 starters on the offensive line are seniors. The rest of the lineup, from Faust and Meadis in the background to Lejeune, Johnson, and Mouton, are all seniors and leading Louis Cook's offense this season. So a first down. Count now 2nd and 10. Pitch in the backfield to Drew Lejeune. Lejeune winds up to throw. Goes over the top of the defense. And Leighton Fall comes down with it. Flags do fly. Could potentially be offensive pass interference.
It does look like offensive pass interference. Leighton Fall tried to make a play, but he used his hands to get around the defensive back to make that catch.
Offense, number 6. 15-yard penalty. Second down.
So our game's first penalty, and Derry, they don't throw the ball that often. That looked a pretty good pass from the fullback.
It did. That was a great throw. And tonight, whoever can execute the passing game better is probably going to win this football game. Obviously, both teams love to run the football, but whoever can execute the passing game will win this football game tonight. Obviously, you see Notre Dame try to take advantage of on that play. Great play call. Just got his hands on the defensive back and picked up the offensive pass interference.
Catholic-N.I Iberia's defense gave up just 14 points per game on average last season. They definitely bring some veterans back. Faust's pass tipped. That was intended for fall on the other side of the pitch. Your defensive starters brought to you by Farm Bureau. Catholic-N.I Iberia brings back 9 of 11 starters as seniors as well. LeBeau, Bertrand, who's a disruptor, and Trappy on the defensive line. And in the backfield, Tristan Lewis plays both ways, running back as well as cornerback. Leighton Mitchell, also a talented cornerback for the Panthers. Now 3rd and very long. They'll need 25 yards to move the sticks. Set up in the eye. Faust, play action. Flags fly, and that looked like a pretty good, almost the same play. Formation. Make a little movement on the line. It's going to be 3rd and 30.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Catholic-N.I Iberia has won 2 in a row. They fell to a very good Vermilion Catholic team in their opener, 14-10. The Eagles outscored their next 2 opponents 92-36. So Catholic-N.I Iberia looks pretty strong, giving up just 2 touchdowns in that opener to a good Vermilion team. 3rd and 30, ball back on the 16-yard line. I'd be surprised if they're not running it. Faust hands off. Pick up 5 yards the hard way, but that should induce a punt.
That's a great win for this Catholic-N.I defense. Also for Notre Dame, obviously 2 penalties, put them in a bad situation. That's something you have to get corrected.
Jaden Mitchell, who is electric in the return game, is back deep. Mitchell lined up on the 40-yard line. They'll get this punt away. He'll watch it bounce before the 50. And that dies on Notre Dame's side of the field, so Catholic-N.I Iberia holds on defense. Let's take a look at the head coach, Matthew Desormeaux, in his 2nd season with Catholic-N.I Iberia. Of course, his brother, Michael Desormeaux, is the head coach of the UL Raging Cajuns, and their father, Bill Desormeaux, was a tight end for the LSU Tigers and coached Charlie Mack back in the 1970s. Derry, this is a guy who's won it all before with Ascension Episcopal back in the middle of last decade. He's a championship-winning coach, and he's still very young. He's got a great future ahead of him.
Anytime you have a championship pedigree, you just bring that over to the next program. That's what he's able to do at Catholic-N.I Iberia, and I look for this team to make another run at the state title this year.
Ball on the 47-yard line of Notre Dame, and Luke Landry, the senior, 5'11", 180, and a lefty quarterback, fires on the first possession. Got it past the defensive back, but it's an incomplete pass. Landry's numbers on the year, better than a 50% completion rate, 29 of 44 for 460 yards and 7 touchdowns in 3 games. Again, this is somebody who's very effective, like Faust, knows how to run the offense, multi-year starter. I'm excited to see what they bring tonight.
Absolutely. Obviously, like I said, when you're a dominant running football team, you have to have a quarterback who can make the throws when they count. That's something that Luke Landry does. He makes the proper throws when they need them.
This offense scored 29 points per game a year ago. They bumped it up to about 33 in Landry's senior season. Owen Morris, play action to him, but they'll throw over the middle instead. This catch is made by Jaden Mitchell for the first down. Mitchell, 5'8", 150, the senior in the slot.
Good job right here by Luke Landry. RPO, doesn't hand the ball off, hits his hot route on the slant route to Jaden Mitchell, and picks up the first down for this new Iberia offense.
14 yards on the hookup. Empty backfield, 4 wide set for the Panthers. Trying to put some early pressure on the Pios. From the 33, just a quick check down. That one's caught in space. Tristan Lewis at the 5. He's in the end zone. Tristan Lewis, 33 yards on the the catch and hook up by Luke Landry.
Great play call that time. Obviously, they go empty set, so you spread this Notre Dame defense out and put your athletes on their athletes, and obviously, Catholic-N.I can win that matchup every time. Spread everybody out, get the ball to your playmakers, touchdown for Catholic-N.I Iberia.
Extra point coming for the Panthers. It is up, whistles blow, and it is good. 7-0 Catholic-N.I Iberia. Derry, 3 plays that covered 47 yards just like that.
Absolutely outstanding execution again. Luke Landry, outstanding job hitting this receiver. A little crossing route, gets it up the field, and gets in the end zone. So look for New Iberia to spread this Notre Dame defense out tonight, because I believe they think their athletes match up better against Notre Dame defense and see if they can get the playmakers, the ball into these playmakers' hands.
That's one of those Iron Men football we're talking about here. 2A football in Louisiana. Lewis is also the starting cornerback. He's a senior. Derry, you play a little offense back in your day? Everybody knows you for your defensive calling card.
No, I had 2 left feet, so I could not play running back. I thought I was going to be the next Barry Sanders until their great coach, Kenny Giat, said, son, if you want to play on the next level, please get away from running back. So I made the smart decision to play defense.
Knew what he was talking about.
Absolutely.
So what looks like a capacity crowd here in New Iberia tonight has something to stand up and cheer about early. Their Panthers lead 7-0 over the Pioneers. Getting ready to kick off. This one's underway. Instant touchback. Well, if you're a Pios fan, you're hoping for the quick answer here. And if you're able to continue to run the ball, mix in a little passing, you could have some success on the road.
And listen, they had some success on their first drive. They did the stretch run play, got some positive yards, obviously tried to get a little tricky with the halfback pass, didn't go their way, and then you pick up another false start. They put you in a bad position. So if I'm Notre Dame, I'm in a good position to stay relaxed and try to respond.
The top 2 wideouts at the bottom of your screen, Johnson and Fall. They'll run to the right side. And Jack Meadis finds some hard sledding, knocked back over the 20-yard line. Joseph Trappe with the tackle, the 6'1 senior. Over the last 20 years, Notre Dame and Catholic-N.I Iberia have played 16 games, with the Pioneers winning 12 of them. Catholic's last win in this series came in 2019, a 24-21 victory. Meadis has run 4 times for 22 yards. Faust so far 0 for 2 passing. Makes the easy hook up there, though. Iberia is going to be brought down. That'll move the chains. So the first completed pass goes for a first down.
Great job. Obviously, this a stick route. Tight end, get to the sticks, get upfield. You want to give this Notre Dame offense and this quarterback easy passing game to pick up completions. Great job that time by the Notre Dame offense.
Jack Meadis had a nice game in the season opener for Notre Dame, where they beat Southside, had the game's first touchdown on a 46-yard run. Meadis now in motion, number 20. Into the backfield, Drew Lejeune tries to turn the corner, and he is stuffed back at the 40-yard line. How about Christopher Green, the senior strong safety?
Chris Green, that gets my chili hot. That's what you call a downhill daddy. Filled the alley, made a great tackle. That's a form tackle by Chris Green.
Now 2nd and 8, ball up on the 42-yard line. Faust under center. 5 men in the box. Play action, rolls left. Corrects, catches the tight end again for the first down. He and Iberia have the same mindset right now.
Again, A little bootleg. You get the tight end over the middle, crossing route. Nice, easy throw. Move the sticks. Another first down for this Notre Dame offense.
11 yards on the pickup.
And Garrett, that's what you...
We see Louis Cook, the Notre Dame head coach, now in his 40th season with the Pioneers. Excuse me, 40th season overall. Been there since 1997, more than 300 victories with Notre Dame, and 4 state titles. Here's Faust with the keeper. He's got 5. He's got 10 and a first down. Nice job by the senior. That's 3 first down plays on the last 4 that Notre Dame's run.
Good response by this Notre Dame offense, obviously with the draw. And gets a defense like Catholic-N.I Iberia who can run sideline to sideline. You're going to see a lot of draws, a lot of bootlegs to get them moving and get their eyes in the backfield and get some mismatch problems.
That is a Farm Bureau first down for Notre Dame. 12 yards on the scamper by Faust. Three wide set. Max protect on the line. Little room to run there, and they'll take advantage of it. Again, that's Lejeune. Running the game and, running the rock and being physical, certainly something that Notre Dame hangs their hat on. Take a look at some of the guys on the offensive line, Mouton, Pommier, and Galette. Making sure that the student athletes are taken care of with hydration breaks in 2024. We'll take the break here, step away, come back. Notre Dame with the ball.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Tonight's game here in beautiful New Iberia brought to you by Coca-Cola, Real Magic, by MMR, building on a tradition of success, by Ochsner and the Ochsner Andrews Sports Medicine Institute, and by Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation, the voice of Louisiana agriculture. Look at that blue doggy. George Rodrigue might arguably be the most famous resident ever out of New Iberia, Louisiana. Love that downtown historic area. They have totally transformed New Iberia. Awesome place to hang out. Notre Dame, 3 first downs on their last 4 plays. They trail 7-0. Now 2nd and 4. Ball's on the 29-yard line. Pios have rushed for 42 yards and thrown for 29. Catholic-N.I Iberia has yet to establish 1 rushing yard. They've thrown for 47 and have the lead. We're ready to get back underway here. Whistles blow, and Faust under center. It's a handoff again to Lejeune.
Notre Dame's been pretty balanced on this drive. A lot of running and passing the football. Got them in the 3rd and short situation. So let's see what this Catholic-N.I Iberia defense does. If they bring some pressure and try to get in this backfield of the Notre Dame offense.
Lejeune, the junior, running pretty hard. He's also a quarterback. Run off the side by Faust. He's got the first down, gets past one level of the defense and moves the sticks.
Good job that time by Faust on the quarterback sneak. Obviously, Catholic-N.I Iberia, they pinched everybody on the inside. He found a little crease to the outside, got upfield, and picked up another first down for this Notre Dame's offense.
Faust looking for the call from the sideline. He picks it up. We had a chance to work their playoff game last year down at St. Charles Catholic. I'll tell you what, man, that Pioneers team was talented. Casanova and the boys were punching in touchdowns at the goal line. Just not quite enough to unseat Wayne Stein's team at home. Here's a run off the side. Lejeune finally pushed backwards. But positive yards, they're going to be 1 or 2 yards shy of a first down.
Coach Louis Cook has been around for a long time. 3 yards in a cloud of dust is an old saying in football when you run the football. And if he can constantly pick up 3 yards every play running the football, he'd be totally satisfied, because that's going to put them in manageable positions.
When you're the 3rd winningest coach in a football-rich state like Louisiana, you've really accomplished a lot. Louis Cook has done that. Trails only Jim Hightower and J.T. Curtis for overall wins. Now 2nd and 2. Ball on the 8-yard line. Trying to give it to Metis. First contact, and he's finally brought down after the 2nd effort. Metis tackled by Bennett Woodring.
Good tough run at that time by Metis, breaking the tackle, picking up a first down. One thing about Metis, he's just not physical between the tackles. If he gets to the 2nd level, Garrett, it's going to be hard to catch him.
So now 1st and goal. And Catholic-N I Iberia brings in the big man, number 77, Roan Judice, the 6'4", 300-pound senior, number 77, for a little run support. They run past Judice. Can't pick up much there. Jackson Casanova, number 5, running the ball. They use him sparingly on offense. He's primarily a defender for them, but he does have a touchdown or 2 on the year already and was a factor on offense in 23. Of course, related to the great Tommy Casanova, 3-time All-American at LSU. Pushing the pile, waiting on the call by the official, and it's a touchdown for Notre Dame. A long drive, and they get into the end zone. Parker Faust, with the keeper, scores the rushing touchdown.
Great response by this Notre Dame offense to come down. Obviously getting the end zone on a quarterback sneak. Little tush push, touchdown, Notre Dame. Outstanding response. They stayed calm, they stayed cool, stayed collected, stuck to their game plans, and was able to get into the end zone.
If we can get a back and forth game like this, we'll definitely have a treat for everybody. Extra point is up and good. And we're tied up at 7 apiece. Terry, let's take another look here.
Right, nice and simple. Got the ball on the 1-yard line. You don't have far to go. Tell your offensive lineman to get off the ball, which they did. Got a great push, and he got to the end zone.
After their first showing on offense, they wanted to respond. They absolutely did that. 12 plays and 80 yards covered. Be sure to download the LHSAA Live mobile app to stay up to date with scores, schedules, news, and more. The LHSAA Live mobile app is your trusted source for all things LHSAA. Available in the Apple App Store and the Android app on Google Play. Just an awesome crowd on hand here tonight, and across the field, the visiting Pios from Notre Dame and Crowley. Like we said, it was a fun night just watching everybody file in from the tailgates.
I think the thing that got me attracted when I walked in was the food I was smelling.
Well, I'll tell you what, credit to Catholic-N I Iberia and their staff. They were happy to feed our crew. I saw some fried frog legs going down. I mean, people were having a good time. Some meat pies.
Oh, yeah.
No cap.
Did you save me some?
Dairy. I can't maintain this weight and feed you too. Got to get in game shape for the LHSAA Network Game of the Week. So Notre Dame kicks off. That one's a little bit short. Fielded at the 20-yard line. Looks like the ball still on his feet. That's a nifty little run by Jaden Mitchell. Catholic-N I Iberia's home offense. The starters brought to you by Farm Bureau, Landry at quarterback, and then Morris and Edwards. Morris more of a fullback. Gavin Roy and Jaden Mitchell electric on the outside, and then the offensive line. 4 seniors and a junior, Elijah Butts, the center in the middle. Holding on the return team, though, and that'll back them up. Giudice is one of those guys who's certainly going to be playing at the next level and probably at a high-profile team. 6'4", about 295, 300 pounds on a good day. The senior, just an awesome end and tackle for Catholic-N.I Iberia.
Let's see what kind of attack Catholic-N.I Iberia comes out this time of offense.
There's Giudice. Got a younger brother on the squad as well. We'll see Roan playing both sides of the ball this evening, as you would expect in 2A.
And I was on that first possession. Catholic-N.I Iberia established the passing game. So let's see if they try to do the second possession. Do they keep it up, or do they try to mix in some of this physical running attack?
Luke Landry had a 33-yard touchdown pass to Lewis. They'll hand off on this first play and move the pile forward for only about a yard. Notre Dame starters on defense, brought to you by Louisiana Farm Bureau. Aiden Leonards, Cam Foreman, and Hudson Hebert on the defensive line. Evan Dauphiné at linebacker, somebody to watch out for. So is Jackson Casanova. He is a punisher at that linebacker spot. In the defensive secondary, Hebert and Sams at the starting quarterback spot, and Eli Grove rounding it all up in the back of the secondary. There's Jake Casanova, already a carry in today's game. On defense now, Luke Landry at about 5'11". He's a lefty and also a pitcher on the baseball team. Throws this one down the field, but maybe somebody was supposed to run a comeback and forgot. Landry got a little pressure there too. He had to get rid of it.
They do, especially with a team like Catholic-N.I Iberia, who looks like they have success on their first drive. You have to get pressure. I think Notre Dame defense let the quarterback get too comfortable. So you're going to see them probably on the second drive to bring a fourth guy or fifth guy to see if they can get some pressure on this Catholic-N.I Iberia offense.
Coach Desermo and his staff. Landry now 2 of 4 for 47 yards. His last 2 passes have gone for 47 yards. Landry throws this one back, and it's caught. Owen Morris, the fullback, out of the backfield.
Right here, obviously, Luke Landry gets the running back on the rear route. For viewers at home, I don't think you realize how tough of a throw this was. He knew exactly where he wanted to place that ball. It was a back shoulder throw. That is the hardest throw for a defensive back or a defender to defend. Great throw that time by Landry for this first down.
So now 1st and 10, ball on the 40. It'll be a 4-wide set. One man in the backfield. Landry rolls out, fires to his left. Waiting for the official. It is a catch on the far side of the field.
And that time they get Landry moving out in the run, give him an option to either run it or throw the football. He picked up some positive yards to the electric football player in Jaden Mitchell.
One minute remaining here in our first quarter. Catholic-N.I Iberia driving on their home field. 2 receivers top of your screen. Grayson Varnado, 81 at the bottom. Landry looks far sideline, overthrows his receiver. That'll bring up 3rd and 4, but that's still manageable. Derry, let's take a look at these last 2 catches by Landry.
Right here, obviously wheel route with the running back out the backfield. Great back shoulder throw, great catch as well to pick up that first down. And right here on a simple rollout, give you options to run or pass the ball. Obviously hit Jaden Mitchell for positive yards.
Catholic-N.I Iberia 1 for 1 on 3rd downs early in our ball game. Trying to convert here, not have to punt it away. As much as both these teams love to run the ball, though, get it around midfield, you might see him go for it on 4th down. Landry with some pressure in his face, throws over the middle, almost picked off, and then caught on the deflection. Dangerous pass in traffic.
It was. And that time again, Notre Dame did not sit back. They brought some pressure off the edge. Right here, another 18, got some pressure. Almost got an interception.
Jackson Casanova.
And look, that's why linebackers play linebacker. But Casanova is a great football player.
He was probably running at about 90% speed.
Absolutely.
Doucette backs for the punt. Joseph LeBlanc gets that one away. And it's a pretty one, picked up at the 11-yard line. Here's Doucette, runs into a tackler. Derry, what are some keys to success in this ball game for both schools?
Obviously, for Notre Dame, you want to use the run to open up the pass. Obviously, you saw you try to do that on the first two possessions. Use the run to open the pass and create turnovers on defense. I think this is an explosive Catholic-N.I Iberia offense. So in order to slow down an explosive offense, you want to create turnovers. And for Catholic-N.I Iberia, attack this Notre Dame defense on the edges. Obviously, I think you have the athletes on offense to get on the edge and make plays. And also on defense for Catholic-N.I Iberia, you want to be able to get off blocks, use our discipline, because Notre Dame is going to continue to run the football all night. Can you maintain that physicality? Can you get off blocks and get 11 guys to the football?
Catholic-N.I Iberia has made the playoffs 8 years in a row, and 14 of the last 15. Coach Matt Desermo in his 8th year overall as a head coach, second at Catholic-N.I Iberia. And Derry, I really think he's got this program headed on the way up. They had a losing season 2 years ago. He had them back in the playoffs last year. I think Catholic-N.I Iberia can get back to where they've been rather quickly.
Just watching them on the first couple of possessions, you can tell it's a different feel from this football team, different feel around this program. Obviously, the fans are excited, they're excited, and the way that they're playing with a lot of enthusiasm. So I do believe to expect this team to make a deep run this year again in the playoffs.
Notre Dame in white with the blue and red numerals backed up to their own 12-yard line. First down coming with less than 30 seconds remaining in our first quarter. Yeah, in 22, the Panthers struggled. They won just 4 games. They made the playoffs, but they fell to Lake Charles College Prep in the first round. This is a team where the program has tasted success. You don't like to see them playing below that level as a fan. Now they're back out on defense, taking on Notre Dame. And now the ball on the 6-yard line. Got to be careful here. False start, and they'll get 5 yards back, potentially on defensive encroachment. No, it's going to be a false start on the Pios.
And sometimes it's difficult for those offensive linemen. Obviously, you're already backed up deep into your own goal line, so you want to kind of anticipate and get off the ball as quick as possible. And sometimes when those defensive players move, they jump a little bit too early.
See if J.D. Hidalgo on the line could get involved. Big senior starter. 2.5 tackles for loss this year. Nice run by the Pios up towards the first down marker after the penalty. Cameron Stelly, your running back.
It's a good positive run to get some room and see what you can work with on the second and short.
Stelly was a factor in last year's playoff game against St. Charles Catholic. Clock runs out on the first quarter. Great start to our ball game. A touchdown apiece between the Panthers and the Pios. We'll be back live in New Iberia, just 10 miles north of Avery Island. Derry and I are doing shots at Tabasco when we come back.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
I'm Mayor Freddie DeCourt. The City of New Iberia welcomes you to the Pepperplex. We are proud of the improvements like turfing the ball fields, lighting, and drainage improvements, and adding a new concession stand. Youth sporting activities is a priority for the City of New Iberia. Baseball, softball, and soccer are flourishing. Come visit the City of New Iberia Pepperplex.
Welcome back in. Louis Cook and the Pios with the ball. They're tied up against Catholic-N.I Iberia, 7 apiece. This will be 2nd and 2. Ball's on the 14-yard line. They'll hand off right side, battering ram forward. That could be enough to move the chains. I think the spot by the official will do the trick. The junior back, Drew Lejeune, moves the sticks. Notre Dame now with 84 yards rushing, 29 yards passing through 1 quarter plus of play. It was kind of a quiet first offensive possession for the Pioneers, and then they have turned it up a notch over these last 2. First and 10 from the 14. Lejeune provides the blocking. Metis in the backfield. And the tackle made by J.D. Hidalgo, the 5'11 senior.
Right, he got a little jet sweep, but great job by J.D. Hidalgo of reading his keys, staying square, and making a great tackle in the backfield.
Hidalgo with 20 tackles, 2.5 for loss, and a sack already. Coach said he runs a 4.7 40. And actually, this is a guy that played some safety in the past due to injuries. He's got speed and the ability to play in coverage.
And that's what you want from a linebacker, somebody who can play at space, use his hips, and you can use them in different ways. And that's something that they do with J.D. Hidalgo.
Now 2nd and 8. Play action. Faust tries to go up the gut, and he's smothered down for the tackle. Michael Bertrand, the 6-foot junior.
Right there, obviously a little play action and Faust. They try to hit the running back out the backfield. Nothing was there. Didn't have anywhere to go with the football. Great job by this Notre Dame, this Catholic-N.I Iberia defense of taking care of the back end and able to pick up a sack.
Bertrand goes about 240. That's his 4th tackle for loss on the season. Now 3rd and long. They'll need 10 yards with the ball on the 19. They're not completely jamming the box. 4 men in the front. Faust rolls out. Wants to keep it. He's got the angle up to the 25 and knocked down shy of a first. Faust took a pretty good lick there.
He did. Obviously, they go trip right. We call it a flood route. You get all the receivers into the flat. Give him options to maybe run the ball, and J.D. Hidalgo with a big stick on that play brought down for this Notre Dame offense.
Joseph Trappy with the tackle. Here's Mitchell with it. Short gain on the punt. The High School Spotlight is in its 2nd season and airs live on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on the LHSAA Network live channel. The High School Spotlight features all of the top stories in high school athletics from around the state in all of sports.
And Garrett, a lot of times we wait to halftime to make adjustments, but it's all about in-game adjustments. Last series, Notre Dame had some great success of bringing extra pressure. Let's see how this Catholic-N.I Iberia offense counteracts that on this drive.
Luke Landry and the offense will take over at the 43-yard line. Pretty good field position. Hard running by Owen Morris. Morris about 5'8", 150, a junior. Tackle by Wes Duplichin. Again, Notre Dame with 4 senior linebackers playing in coverage tonight. Catholic-N.I Iberia, 1 yard on the play, 2nd and 9. Jaden Mitchell, number 1 at the top of your screen. Landry's going to throw here. Loads up and throws it into the sideline of Notre Dame. Landry completing 66% of his passes on the year, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions coming into the game. Last year he threw 19, so certainly on pace to better that. Looking to the sideline.
Well, third and long situation for this Catholic-N.I offense. See what Notre Dame does here defensively. Obviously, they've been getting pressure from the edge. Looks like, let's see if Catholic-N.I is going to keep an extra blocker in to make sure they don't get this pressure.
Man in the backfield. Landry had a hole, steps up, he'll throw anyway, just over the outstretched hands of Joseph LeBlanc. He threw it where nobody from the defense was going to get it, just a little bit too high though for LeBlanc.
And again, that's a win for this Notre Dame offense. They banked somebody off the edge, obviously they had max protection, just threw a little bit high. He had the receiver where he wanted him, just a little bit high. Great win for this Notre Dame's defense.
Eli Groh on the tackle. Last punt went 43 yards. Second attempt coming. Ball on the 44. They're able to get that one off cleanly. That'll bounce twice, 3 times, and finally into the hands of the Pioneers. For the first time ever, the LHSAA Network brings you a 1-hour football highlight show that covers the entire state of Louisiana. From Bossier to the Bayou, Friday Night in the Boot has it all. Make sure you watch each Friday night starting at 11 p.m. So Notre Dame coming back out on offense here on the road. Flag will get further confirmation from the staff.
Holding. Return team before. Penalties 10 yards from the end of the kick. It's first down.
So the penalty brings them back. Dale Hargrove, our ref. We appreciate their efforts tonight. We are here live tonight in New Iberia, about 20 miles south of Lafayette. Home to nearly 30,000 people. You saw earlier in the broadcast the downtown homage paid to George Rodrigue, the world-famous artist known for his Blue Dog. Pios are going to be backed up at their own 13-yard line after the holding call on the return. Parker Faust back out. That fullback is definitely clearing the way and making room to run. Tackle by Isaac Andre, the junior.
Great tackle that time by Andre, because if it was a missed tackle, he definitely, the running back for Notre Dame, definitely had space to get to that second level and pick up more positive yards.
Cameron Stelly on the carry. Stelly, a junior running back. Ball's on the 8-yard line. Handoff. Stelly trying to break free, and they'll bring him down by his high tops.
Great time that time by the Catholic-N.I defense. Been off a block, like we talked about. Get off a block, get 11 guys to the football to slow down his run game. Did a great job that time.
Jace Ruskowski with the tackle, the 6'2" senior backer. Also plays a little tight end. Third and 9. Quick pass, and just as he came out of the route, the ball flies by him. So 2 empty possessions on offense for Notre Dame, 1 for Catholic-New Iberia, but the Panthers are about to get the ball back.
Absolutely. Great stand again by this Catholic-N.I defense. Obviously, on the last play, he wanted to hit the receiver on the slant route, but the linebacker, J.D. Hidalgo, got into that pass lane and forced the incompletion.
Mitchell back deep. Prevost gets that one off. Mitchell has it bounce past him, past the 50. Pretty good looking punt. That one ends up at the 46-yard line, and New Iberia will come back out. 47 yards by Prevost. Well, you have something like that. That is a weapon at your disposal for Coach Louis Cook.
Absolutely. I think every week we always talk about offensive defense, but we still seem to leave our special teams, especially when two teams are evenly matched, like Notre Dame and Catholic-N.I. Iberia. Whoever can get the extra edge can possibly win this football game. And the extra edge is usually comes to special teams and who doesn't turn over the ball as much.
Panthers will start this drive on their own 46-yard line. Deep in the gun is Luke Landry. Morris in the backfield with him. Draws in the defense and throws it away. Thought we might get a screen as Morris leaks out of the backfield, but just an incomplete pass. Landry in today's ball game, 4 of 8 passing for 67 yards.
And Garrett, I think Catholic-N.I. Iberia offense is playing into the hands of Notre Dame defense. They had success on the first drive by spreading them out, going 5 wide, going empty. For whatever reason, they're going back to 12 personnel. So I look for them to try to spread them out a little bit more, see if they have some success like they did on the first drive.
Whistle blows on the far side of the field. Timeout, Coach Cook and Notre Dame.
Timeout, Notre Dame. Their first of the half.
Game 7 apiece. Catholic-N.I. Iberia trying to get cooking on offense. Next week on the LHSAA Network, Game of the Week. This is big time. Edna Carr and St. Aug, Saturday, October 5th, 7 p.m. down in New Orleans. That should be a blockbuster matchup between the Purple Knights of St. Aug and the Cougars of Edna Carr. Robert Valdez and Bryce Brown going against each other. Little Saturday night action in the Crescent City. I believe LSU's got a bye week. There's some other schools, so should be a nice night for football down in New Orleans.
I would definitely be looking forward to that one and stuff my face with beignets before I go in the stadium.
Now 2nd and 10. Ball remains on the 46 after the incomplete pass. Landry was out of the tackle box, so no intentional grounding. Gavin Roy at the bottom of your screen. Sneaking through is Tristan Lewis. Nice run through the left side. Make that Owen Morris on the carry. He got skinny and worked his way through.
Good job that time in the zone read. Owen Morris got out the field and picked up positive yards.
William Prevost, 23, with the tackle at the linebacker spot. Hydration timeout for these two teams. Derry and I will be back with more. Catholic-N.I. Iberia has the ball, tied up 7 apiece. We welcome you back inside tonight's ball game, brought to you by Coca-Cola, real magic. By MMR, building on a tradition of success. By Ochsner and the Ochsner Andrews Sports Medicine Institute. And by Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation, the voice of Louisiana agriculture. Veterans Memorial, downtown New Iberia. Nice solemn sight. We're worked up and going crazy here inside the stadium on campus at Catholic-N.I Iberia. Got to get me some overalls with stripes on them, man. Those look sharp. Tonight, Catholic-N.I Iberia just 1 of 4 on 3rd down. They have 7 rushing yards, Derry, so maybe going to the air here on 3rd and 8 could be the right call.
Looks like they're going to have 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end, doubles to the right, twins to the right to spread this Notre Dame defense out, see if they can have some success.
Mitchell at the top of your screen at wideout. Gavin Roy, the senior, at the bottom. Landry goes deep down the field to Mitchell. Hops up and he catches the 50-50 ball. A huge pickup. And Catholic-N.I Iberia puts their fans on their feet.
Big time catch by Jaden Mitchell to track that ball and make an outstanding grab over this Notre Dame defender.
Quick offense getting back underway. I believe 37 yards on the hookup. That'll move the chains. Ball all the way up to the 12-yard line. Luke Landry's handoff right side. Notre Dame's defense is there to get the stop. How about the job that we have seen by Jaden Mitchell? Jumped up for the 50-50 ball and came down with it. Mitchell, 5'8", 150, a senior and a difference maker, Derry.
He is extremely electric. Right here, obviously, the quarterback throws it up. And Joe Burrow said this a few years ago with Jamar Chase. If you throw it up, he'll be somewhere around it. Same way with Jaden Mitchell. If you throw the ball up, he'll be there around it to make a great play. Outstanding catch by that young man.
Man in the backfield. Man in motion is Mitchell. Landry gets pressured and brought down. A huge sack. Jackson Casanova. His first tackle for loss of the ball game. He came off the edge like a rocket. Casanova in his senior season for Notre Dame, and he has been electric. Gets the big sack in this one.
Casanova obviously has a great bloodline. I actually played against his father in high school, where his father had 23 tackles as an inside linebacker. And right here is the linebacker's dream. Free rush to the quarterback, gets downhill, explodes to the tackle. Outstanding sack and outstanding play by Casanova. Casanova, I know you said you had butterfingers, but one thing you can do is bring that thunder. Great play.
3-year starter for the Pios. Here, 3rd and 14. And that one's in and out of the hands of the intended target. I believe that was LeBlanc. Joseph LeBlanc, the intended target, the 5'11 senior. I like that play call, though, on 3rd and 14.
Absolutely. Try to get a fade route. But great play that time by the Notre Dame defender to knock that ball down and see if they can hold Catholic-N.I Iberia to no points and see if Catholic-N.I Iberia can get 3 points to get a field goal.
Bennett Boudreaux, 6-foot senior, on to attempt the field goal and put his team up for the 2nd time tonight. That one is money. Looks like it finishes off the mark. They're going to call it short. Boudreaux on the 34-yard field goal doesn't quite have the distance, and we remain tied at 7. Boudreaux might have another opportunity later on in the ballgame to make a difference on special teams. So that ends up being a great stop for Notre Dame.
It does. And you see the shift right now. Obviously, start of the game, both offenses were extremely effective. Now you see that both defenses are kind of getting their footing, realizing what the offense is doing, making great adjustments. And they're right now, it's a little defensive struggle. Let's see if Notre Dame can come out this possession to break that streak and get to the end zone or pick up some type of points.
Faust, 2 of 5 in the ballgame, passing for 29 yards. Max Protect here, running up to the line and nowhere to go. Tackle made by 44, Maxwell Chauvin, the 6'1 senior.
Good penetration that time by this Catholic-N.I Iberia defense. Obviously, they want to get the ball to meet his hands. I think N.I Iberia is going to key on him to make sure he doesn't break loose. Obviously, right here, just a little handoff up the middle. Great pressure, unblocked defender. Anytime you unblock, Garrett, you got to make the play.
Let's give the credit to Bennett Woodring as well. The senior was the first on the scene. Just 3 down linemen. Couple of backs in the box, though, for the Panthers. Faust keeps it, has room to run. He'll throw this to the tight end. And that'll move the chains. First down by Josh Iberia. Several times tonight they've gone to the tight end. He's made the catch every time.
I think at some point New Iberia's going to have to realize we got to cover the tight end. So I don't know if you do some type of man-to-man coverage, cover one, whatever you have to do. You probably have to go to a man-to-man defense to slow down that tight end crossing route.
That's a Farm Bureau first down for the Pioneers, who are trying to break our 7-7 deadlock. They've moved the ball up to the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Too wide to the short side of the field. 2 men in the backfield behind Parker Faust. Whistles blow. See what the official has to say.
False start. Offense, number 50. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
Eli Pommier, number 50, the junior offensive lineman, called for the 5 yards. New to the ball game, number 3, Bryce Duhon, the junior wide receiver. 6 penalties for 40 yards against Notre Dame already tonight. We still have 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Now 1st and 15, ball on the 30. Faust keeps it, gets protection, goes down the field, wide open man, and it's caught. Huge hookup. That went into the hands of Leighton Fall, the senior wideout. I think Parker Faust had more yards on that one catch than he'd had previously in the ball game. 57 yards.
Absolutely. They've done a great job on this play action tonight. Obviously had a lot of success with the tight end over the middle. That time, I think Catholic-N.I Iberia bit up on that tight end crossing route. They had a post route down the field. Great play call by the Notre Dame offense.
Faust showing a lot of poise in the backfield. He'll hand off this time. Cameron Stelly around the right end. Stelly running hard. And that's Jack Metis. Metis with the carry.
There's about 1 yard line.
2 huge chunk plays by Notre Dame, and they are knocking on the door. Ball's up on the 13-yard line.
Right here on Jack Metis, obviously great run, gets to the edge. Again, if he gets outside and gets to that second level, he can break a lot of runs. A great athletic player, great running back.
Faust back into the huddle. It's actually 1st and goal. Ball spotted at the 2-yard line. Might see power here. Jackson Casanova dotting the I. Casanova up the middle, spins, and he stays on his feet for the touchdown. No flags, and Notre Dame goes up 13-7.
One thing Casanova did that I've never done, score a touchdown on offense. So obviously Casanova getting the ball in his power set, gets downhill, doesn't waste any time, gets in end zone, and gives his Notre Dame offense the lead in this ball game.
At the goal line, that's not a guy you're going to arm tackle.
No, absolutely not. You got to make a business decision.
Derry's all about his business. Extra point is up. And I'll wait for the officials this time. It is good. Notre Dame doubles up Catholic-N.I Iberia 14-7. Derry, one more look at this play to cap off the scoring drive.
Right, you're getting your heavy set, double ISO up the middle. Not much room for this Catholic-N.I Iberia defense to do something. Gets in the end zone again by Casanova.
80 yards on 5 plays. Let's take a look and make sure to tune in Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. as the LHSAA Network brings you Power Hour, an in-depth look at influential figures in high school sports in Louisiana. The show dives deep into the careers and moments of each guest as we feature those who've been the pillars in the Louisiana high school landscape. Speaking of pillars, this past week, Pete Boudreau, winner of 52 state championships in track and field, was our guest in studio. We've got the next Power Hour with longtime high school football coach Mike Roach. You will not want to miss it. College and pros. Of course, his son was a player at the University of Texas and went on to play for the Saints. We'll talk about all of that and more on our next episode of Power Hour on the LHSAA Network. 1:41 remaining, Derry. Catholic-N.I Iberia is going to want to try and answer that score here. Mitchell back deep for the Panthers. He's got it at the 13. Makes a cut, splits two defenders and gets over the 30.
Casanova made that tackle on special teams. So he's playing running back, linebacker, and special teams.
He only had to run 2 yards on that last play. He's not tired yet.
No, I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not gonna let you do that, Garrett. That's extremely tough what he's doing tonight. Playing all 3 phases of the game and playing at a high level.
Well, I'll tell you, that's part of the appeal of games like this. You know, 2A, 1A football, you've got the Ironmen out there laying it all on the line for the alma mater. Now Landry, deep in the shotgun, man in the backfield. 3 wide. Well, he's got all day to throw and just overthrows Mitchell. Flags fly in from several refs, and this should be a holding call. Ball was intended for Mitchell on the near sideline. Again, our head official, Dale Hargrove.
Number 77. Down.
Roan Judice, the senior, called for that. He's their only returner on the offensive line. Top of your screen has an arm at the neck.
Great rush by the Notre Dame defender. Obviously got his hands underneath his chin strap. Anytime you do that, they're going to call that every single time.
Cameron Foreman was trying to get there. Judice with the hold. Now 1st and 20. Time running out in the first half. Run over the right side for minimal gain, maybe 2 yards. That's Owen Morris again. Got to run the hurry up here. Timeout called, and Coach DeZormo will think about things here on 2nd and 20 from his own 25-yard line.
I guess it's one of those tricky situations. Obviously, it's a minute left to go in the first half, and I think that they did want to run their 2-minute offense, and with that holding call, kind of pushed them back a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see what they want to do. Do you play it safe, going to halftime down 1 score, knowing you're going to get the ball back to start the half, or do you try to go down the field, make a big play, and see if you get some points on this drive?
Coach DeZormo, Matt played for the UL Raging Cajuns during the 2000s, and he would join his brother's staff at Ascension Episcopal in 2013. Matt became the Blue Gators head coach 3 years later and won the state championship at Ascension Episcopal in 2016. That was when his brother left for a staff position on Billy Napier's club at UL. Rolling out to the near sideline, caught. Catholic-N.I Iberia still, though, with 7 or 8 yards to go, coming up on 3rd down.
Right here, they get Landry on the move, get an outright right there to the senior Chris Green, gets out of bounds, gets that clock to stop.
Green, a strong safety. Getting a little action on offense. He'll go to the top of your screen now at wideout. Clock frozen at 1:04. You need to pick up 7. Nice play design, but it won't be quite enough to move the chains. They're still about 3 yards shy on 4th down.
Right here, try to get the screen to Chris Green, a little tunnel screen, try to pick up a 1st down and catch this Notre Dame defense blitzing in the blitz. Great job by the pursuit from this Notre Dame defense to get them in a 4th down situation.
2nd timeout used by Catholic-N.I Iberia. Believe the Panthers have 1 remaining. Game clock is going to be reset to 56 seconds. 4th and 7 on your side of the field. Are you doing anything here but punting it, already trailing by 7?
You are trailing. I'll punt the football. Honestly, I think when you get the ball back into Notre Dame's hands, I don't think they're going to try to make something happen on offense. They probably want to go back in halftime. So I'm putting this football, playing it safe, and going to halftime. Only down 1 score, make some adjustments, and see what you can do in the second half.
Catholic-N.I Iberia will receive the kickoff to start the third. We've seen 2 punts tonight, both of those for 43 yards on average.
Stop him. Move him up. Move up.
Joseph LeBlanc needs to handle this one cleanly and get it away quickly. I believe that's Leighton Fall back deep for the Pios, and it looks like they're going to bring some pressure here. I think they're waiting for the hard count, and it might have actually backfired against Notre Dame. Coach Cook is beside himself on the far sideline. That'll make it 4th and 2.
Well, you know, 4th and 2 situation.
Encroachment.
Looks like they're going to put the offense
Defense.
back on the field.
Number 10. It's a 5-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
Actually,
Well, they'll say it results in a first down. Must have had the number wrong on the scoreboard. So some late life with less than a minute remaining. They move the ball up to the 44-yard line. You thought you had a win there, and then just a little impatience by the defensive line. We'll see if it costs Notre Dame. Green, who's had 2 passes thrown his way, is at the bottom of your screen. Number 5, he's in motion. Landry rolls out left side, over the middle, and this one's caught by LeBlanc. He gets a little yards after the catch, and if the flags are not on Catholic-N.I Iberia, it'll be a first down. It is a hold on the Panthers. Nice play design there.
It was.
Holding. Offense, number 77. 10-yard.
Boy, that's a couple of holds tonight on the senior lineman, Ron Judice. Top of your screen, Derry.
Right here, Ron Judice, obviously the outside linebacker slash DN, gets underneath his pass. And again, anytime you get underneath, you got to place your hands somewhere else. And anytime you get those hands underneath that chin strap, they're going to call it every time. And looks like he's having trouble with that speed rush around the edge. He's not getting enough room when he's kicking back to set.
Cameron Foreman, the senior D lineman, causing a little havoc out there, forcing penalties. Now 1st and 20, handoff. 38 seconds remaining. Clock continues to run as they go up the gut. They might be content to just let the clock run out or potentially run one more play. According to the scoreboard, Catholic-N.I Iberia has 1 timeout remaining. Play clock just started rolling. It's at 20. Game clock's at 11. Catholic-N.I Iberia is going to come off the field. Time runs out on our first half of play. And after a 7-0 lead, Notre Dame rolls off 2 touchdowns in a row to take the lead on the road. And now they're saying there will be one more play. Can't quite run. Catholic called their final timeout. They'll say 3 seconds remaining for one final play here in the second quarter. Derry with the ball on the 34-yard line. How you getting into the end zone if you're the head coach?
I mean, call Jamarcus Russell, get him on the field, see if you can throw into the end zone.
John Elway, Jamarcus Russell.
But no, I think the Eagles are going to run the football. I'll take a knee.
They called timeout. Let's see what play they've decided to run. Can't take the timeouts with you. We'll see if Coach Desermo has a little magic up his sleeve. Again, this one's just shy of the 35-yard line. Can New Iberia go 65 yards in one play to tie it up? 3 wide set, that's Green at the top of your screen. Landry gets it away. It's pitched back on the near sideline, and that'll be the end of the second quarter after a modest gain. Oh, wait, a high late flag comes flying in, and I believe the Catholic-N.I Iberia players are going to come back towards their side of the field. Maybe a late hit on defense. waiting for the officials, but right now New Iberia is going off the field as if the half is over. I don't know if on replay we're able to see a late hit as somebody had already moved past the sideline out of bounds, the ball carrier. Terry, let's see if this is a late hit. That's LeBlanc.
Maybe they. I don't really see it, Garrett.
William Prevost made contact with him. Here's our head official.
After the play, personal foul, defense, number 23, late hit out of bounds. Catholic-N.I of New Iberia has elected to take the penalty on the second half kickoff.
That'll give them
the end
a
of the first
whale
half.
of an advantage. So our first half comes to a close. Some exciting, explosive plays on offense by both of these and some hard-hitting defense. The Pios trailing 7-0 enjoy a 14-7 lead as we go to the half. We'll be back after this. You're watching the Game of the Week on the LHSAA Network.
I'm Mayor Freddie DeCourt. The city of New Iberia welcomes you to the Pepperplex. We are proud of the improvements like turfing the ball fields, lighting and drainage improvements, and adding a new concession stand. Youth sporting activities is a priority for the city of New Iberia. Baseball, softball, and soccer are flourishing. Come visit the City of New Iberia Pepperplex.
The start of school means the start of new sports seasons, which unfortunately can mean injuries. Too often, sports injuries are treated with opioids, leading to addiction among our youth. And drug addictions can cause overdoses and deaths. If you're injured, ask your doctor for medicines and therapies that don't use opioids. And if you're struggling with opioid addiction, we can offer treatment. Opioid addiction is a losing game. You can help. Learn more at realhelpvr.com. That's realhelpvr.com.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
We welcome you back to the Game of the Week. Catholic-N Iberia's home game. They trail Notre Dame 14-7. The fans are grabbing a cold drink and refilling for an exciting second half of football. Earlier this week, the high school spotlight ran on the LHSAA network. Let's look at some choice highlights from the spotlight.
Then Westminster Christian earned the state's #2 overall seed in the playoffs and ran through the postseason, advancing to the Division V title game. Barb also made the playoffs in '23 and was very successful in the previous decade, making trips to the semis in 2014 and 15. Here's a closer look at their match.
The off-season's been great. We've had a lot of kids come in. We do summer workouts 3 times a week, like they say, getting up at 6 a.m. We go and run, we go and lift, and then we go and practice. And, we had almost 100% attendance the whole summer, so it was really good. I think off-season we just worked on working really hard, working as a team, being there for each other.
We wake up really early, like 6 a.m., and we practice till like 10, so it's a lot, but it's fun, and I get to do it with my team. So, our leaders on offense would be like Danny and Maddie, because she's offense technically, and then defense and Kat, because she's loud and she talks all throughout the game, no matter what.
U-High beat Catholic 31-30 last season, but the Bears won the state title. Cubs quarterback Emil Picarella trying to author another upset. Picarella on play action throws deep to Alec Haynes for the touchdown. Haynes, a 225-pound defensive end, he's running routes for the Cubs now. U High pulls ahead 21-14 for their first lead of the night. Cubs fans out in force, and they are fired up after that touchdown. Who needs brain cells? We're at a football game. Catholic backup quarterback Turner Goldsmith in for Baylor Graves. Let's hand off to Rylan Parker, who sheds tacklers and runs hard for extra yards. That brings up 4th down. Goldsmith with the keeper to the left side of the line, and the Cubs defense makes the stop for a turnover on downs. That sets off a huge celebration in the U High student section, but the Cubs weren't done. Later in the 4th, 3rd down, Picarella fires 30 yards to Ethan Kimmy, and the sophomore doesn't disappoint. That'll move the chains and keep the clock rolling on Catholic. The Bears had tied the game with a minute left, forcing overtime, but on the extra period's first play, Picarella found Zay Martin for a 10-yard touchdown pass, and Catholic would be intercepted on the game's final play. U High wins 27-21, improving to 2-1 and snapping the Bears' 12-game win streak.
3-time defending state champs St. Thomas More continued an unbeaten run to start the season with a sweep of St. Joseph's Academy. Cougars head coach Jessica Burke has her squad firing on all cylinders early in the season.
I love the energy that we had and the ability to make adjustments, and that we didn't kind of get too rattled when we were making a couple of early mistakes. We were able to pull out of that and kind of find our game, so that was nice to see.
We're a great group of girls. We've been playing a while for each other, like with each other, so we just have great chemistry.
But even when the Cougars went down by 5 in the first set, it seemed like they were not fazed.
Yeah, definitely. They are competitors, but they don't get in their feels too much. They're very solid and mature in that way. We also have a lot of camaraderie because these girls have been on, a lot of them have been on varsity since they were freshmen with me. So that creates a really cool bond and a lot of the ability to kind of joke around and play around a little bit with each other because we've done so much together that we know each other really well.
No one ever thinks they'll be in this position. Buying medication online could put you here, or here, or here. Counterfeit pills and other illicit substances are being laced with fentanyl, and fentanyl kills. It's 50 times stronger than heroin. Medical professionals can't even tell the difference between a real pill and one that is fake. At least not until they do your autopsy. Don't take anything online that doesn't come from your doctor. Buying online can leave you flatlined.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
It's halftime at the LHSAA Network. Game of the week, Catholic-N.I Iberia trailing Notre Dame 14-7. High above the press box, and we're joined with longtime Louisiana sports writer and Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Dan McDonald. Dan, thanks for taking the time today. Tell us a little bit about Hall of Fame action. We've got the June induction coming up in a great new class.
Garrett, the big thing is that this year, especially with us being in a high school football game tonight, this is one of those rare years that we have two Louisiana high school coaches that are going in as far as the competitive part of the ballot. Long-time Baton Rouge area football coach Dale Weiner is going in. He's going in finally. Hopefully he should have gone in earlier. And the other one is a local guy here, Danny Broussard, up there on the top left. Long time, 42 years he's been coaching at St. Thomas More High School in Lafayette. And, you know, it's for a long time, there was almost like a stigma against high school coaches. But, you know, that has changed over the last couple of years. A lot more coaches are having an opportunity to be part of what is the highest honor that you can give somebody in Louisiana as far as sports.
And we've got Hall of Famer across the field from us tonight in Louis Cook. He's been in the Hall of Fame for quite some time. Dan, for those who have never been to the induction, it's an awesome showing. It's a great weekend. You've got dignitaries on hand, golf tournament, all you could want.
It is a great weekend. 3 solid days of activities in Natchitoches, and a lot of opportunity to mingle with the Hall of Famers. There's always a big concert on the Friday night before downtown, right on Cane River, right in the middle of beautiful downtown Natchitoches. And then the induction ceremony on Saturday night is really a pleasure. Our buddy Victor Howell is usually part of our MC group and so forth, and you know he makes sure that people have a great time. But the induction ceremony on Saturday night, it's always very special, and you can tell that it's always special for the inductees. I mean, you know, there are a lot of people that get choked up about it.
Oh yeah.
And it just, you know, because this is the culmination. This is the highest honor you can get in this state as far as sports goes.
Working in media for a long time, sports media, I've gotten to know a lot of members of the Louisiana Sports Writers Association, dozens of them over the years.
Well, my condolences for that.
What's the association like? Are you guys strong right now? You're moving forward. How can people get involved?
Well, the organization and the business has changed. You know, newspapers used to be the hallmark of the organization, and that's not quite the same anymore. You have all of the social media opportunities. You have TV stations who are also social medias, and they're also basically newspapers because they're reporting news. It's a conglomeration. You know, there's some talk about changing the name instead of Sports Writers to Sports Media Association.
I like it.
But you know, and that could well happen. But you know, it's an organization that has sort of tried to change with the times. But there's some rocks that we never change. You know, we do the all-state high school teams, the all-Louisiana collegiate teams, do the players of the week and so forth, and try to get involved, you know, and keep, you know, sports in front of people in Louisiana, because Louisiana has the best sports fans in America.
Absolutely.
And, you know, you want to provide them information. They're hungry for information. That's what the LSWA and its members try to do. They try to feed that hunger.
Well, I think the more young men and women who get involved in the LSWA, the stronger the organization can be. Halftime continues to roll here in New Iberia. 14-7, the Pios lead the Panthers. More when Derry and I return after this.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
We welcome you back to the Game of the Week on the LHSAA Network. Notre Dame with a 14-7 lead on the road. Terry Beckwith and Garrett Walvard with you here. We talked about how tackling was going to be so key in this ball game. It's been tough sledding for Catholic-N.I Iberia. They scored on their first possession, the third play of the game. They've only got 5 rushing yards since. They have not been able to move the ball on the ground against Notre Dame.
Notre Dame's defense made great adjustments. Obviously, after that first series, they went to the drawing board. It's like, no, this is not going to happen. So they did a great job. I think Catholic-N.I Iberia has to get back to a spread offense, going 5 wide, getting an empty backfield to get their athletes on these Notre Dame defenders to get mismatch problems.
Let's take a look at the highlights from the first 2 quarters of play. Third play of the ball game. And just over the middle, Luke Landry. He'll find Tristan Lewis, who does the rest of the work.
Also, again, they spread him out across the route, got in the end zone.
And then pushing the pile, moving in to score is Landry. That'll tie the ball game up at 7 apiece, make it Parker Faust continuing to move the ball. Faust will throw down the field, and that one is caught. Fantastic catch by Leighton Fall to move the chains, and then Casanova.
Casanova punches it in again for a touchdown.
Let's take a look at the stats for the first 2 quarters of play. What stands out?
100 rushing yards, 100 passing yards for Notre Dame. Obviously, only 5 rushing yards for Catholic-N.I Iberia. You know, I don't like to throw the ball, but you have to get the run game going. And then the penalties as well. 8 penalties, 6 yards for Notre Dame. Only 2 penalties, 18 yards for Catholic-N.I Iberia.
So a beautiful, clear night here in New Iberia. Should be a fantastic finish. One of those games where maybe who has it last has a chance to win it.
Absolutely. Whoever can minimize the turnovers, minimize the penalties, probably win this football game.
No turnovers in the ball game yet, and if New Iberia can slash some penalties, they'll have a chance to get back into this ball game. Kickoff, and Notre Dame receiving when we return.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Iberia Parish, downtown New Iberia. It's South Louisiana. You know the Mosquito Man's busy.
Absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful scenery, though.
Both coaches, Louis Cook on your left, Matt Desormeaux on your right. And looking to receive the ball is Catholic-N.I Iberia here to start the third quarter. Quarterback Luke Landry, 8 of 12 for 130 yards passing. They've been so good in the air. We'll see if they continue with that aerial assault, as Landry should get the ball back to start things here in the third quarter.
It's all about adjustments, Garrett. Who's able to make the better adjustments at halftime? Anytime a game is this close, adjustments is really key. So let's see who can put their players in the best position in the second half to be successful.
Would definitely like to see some more of Tristan Lewis, number 3. Lewis had that game's first touchdown, the only touchdown so far for the Panthers. He's a 3-year starter at cornerback, and he has been pushed into the running back role after being a slot receiver last year, just due to their needs of depth. It's getting loud here. Notre Dame kicks this one away, and we're underway. That one gets by Mitchell. He'll field it at the 15-yard line, makes a cut, and he's got room to run. Mitchell through 2 more defenders up to about the 38-yard line. Boy, Jaden Mitchell just electric in the return game, every single return.
He makes it look effortless, very smooth with the ball in his hands, and makes great things happen. Gets up the field. Look, anytime the ball is on the ground to kickoff, I know I've repeated this over and over, but when the ball's on the ground, sometimes the kickoff team gets out of their lane. You have to stay very disciplined in your lanes on the kickoff team to make sure that they don't make a big run on the kick return.
That ball was kicked off at the 25-yard line due to the penalty, the late hit at the end of the second quarter, so pretty good field position. There is currently a Panther down right around the 30-yard line on the kickoff return, so that'll slow us down a little bit. Big game coming up on the LHSAA network. Normally a Thursday night matchup. We'll move to Saturday next week as Edna Carr takes on St. Aug in our game of the week, October 5th, with a 7 p.m. kickoff in New Orleans. All purple and gold. And we just called him out. Unfortunately, Tristan Lewis slowed there on the kickoff return. Hopefully maybe a cramp or something that he can come back into the ball game. He's a big part of their offensive attack. So the offense for Catholic-N.I Iberia comes back out on the field. They scored on the game's third play. They have been stonewalled on 4 drives since. They did attempt a field goal that finished short. They'll begin their drive on the 38-yard line. Faust with a dart at the 40. That's LeBlanc, the senior, who makes the catch.
That time to try to get the tight end involved with a jack across the middle. Notre Dame does a great job of keeping everything in front. There was a man coverage that time. Came down and made the tackle.
So it says 1st and 20 on the scoreboard here, which is feeding our screen. It's actually 2nd and 6. Ball's on the 42-yard line. We're glad you're with us on the LHSAA network. 3 wide set, man in the backfield. Some pressure creeping up on the blitz. Running from the left side, here's Owen Morris, grinding hard for the tough yards. I believe they picked up a yard, maybe a yard and a half on that carry. 3rd and not quite manageable coming up.
Great job that time by the Notre Dame defense. Number 23, Provo, actually made that play bounce outside. He got off a block, slowed the running back down, and waited till the cavalry came and helped him out.
Now 3rd and 4. Catholic-N.I Iberia 2 of 6 on 3rd down so far in the ball game. 3 wide, top of your screen. Landry to the flat. It'll be caught for the first down and more. Jaden Mitchell off to the races. Mitchell stops, lets defenders fly by him. He's past the 20, the 10. Jaden Mitchell is gone. 56 yards for the score.
He is electric and exciting to watch.
Let's look at it. I think he went about 80 yards running all over the field.
Absolutely. This is a glorified run play. You get the ball into the space with your playmaker, makes a cut, makes another defender miss, stays on his feet, runs to the end zone. Outstanding play by Jaden Mitchell.
Wow. 4 Notre Dame players got a hand on him. They all came up gasping for air. The extra point almost takes out our camera operator. We're tied up at 14 apiece. How about Jaden Mitchell? He also plays on the basketball team.
Again, just get out to your playmakers. I think sometimes as coaches and we overcomplicate football. Get the ball in space to your playmakers and believe that they can win that matchup against the other team, and that's what Jaden Mitchell did that time.
Mitchell had 4 touchdown catches coming in. This one goes for a season-long 56 yards, his 5th receiving touchdown of the year. Well, coming out of the halftime, that's exactly what you wanted if you're Matt Desermo.
Absolutely.
Interesting that they scored on the first drive in both halves. Brand new ball game here in the third with a little over 10 minutes remaining. And that puts a little jolt and some life into the Panthers fans here. Mitchell now with 4 catches for 115 yards and a touchdown on the night. Nearly 30 yards a catch. Pretty impressive showing for the senior. Kickoff from the 40 is underway. Return and a flag flies. They're up to about the 20-25 yard line. 2 flags come in. That was Bryce Duhan on the return.
By both teams on the play. Holding, return team, number 57. Personal foul, kicking team, number 7. Both fouls being forced.
Remember, 8 penalties for Notre Dame in the first half, just 2 for Catholic-N.I Iberia. Coming back into the ball game to start the drive, Parker Faust. He had the 5-yard touchdown run earlier to get them on the board. Derry's done a nice job tonight of being able to lead this offense up and down the field.
He's steady. As a senior quarterback, that's what you want to be. You want to be steady. Don't make mistakes. Don't turn the ball over. And that's something that he's done tonight for this Notre Dame offense.
Faust moving the ball, moving the chains. 2 rushing touchdowns tonight for the Pios on offense. 1 by Faust and another 2-yard plunge by Jackson Casanova to give them the lead. We're now tied up 14 apiece. Faust with the handoff, far sideline. Metis still on his feet and finally pushed out of bounds. A long first down run for Metis.
Right here, obviously, it's a stretch zone play. You give them an option to either bounce it outside or to make a cut. Looks like they got a holder coming back. But again, Notre Dame's still trying to establish this run. They've done a great job responding every time Notre Dame scored tonight. And so let's see if they can do the same thing on this possession. But they have to eliminate the penalties. I know that's driving Coach Louis Cook crazy right now with the amount of penalties that they have.
10th penalty of the ball game. That's 2 in a row now for Notre Dame. That'll back them up to the 12-yard line. 1st and 20 coming up for the Pios. Hold by Landon Mouton, number 52. So Parker Faust's job just got a little tougher now. 1st and 20. I think it's really amazing what Louis Cook has done over his career. 51 years in coaching, 40 as a head coach. He's won 5 state championships and 400 games. This time they go to Drew Lejeune. Lejeune over the left side. Did that come out? No, Lejeune holds on to it. But what's really interesting is that Coach Cook's been able to do it in this Lafayette area. Started off at Rain, his alma mater, and then he went to Crowley and helped the Gents win the 1989 3A state championship. He's made 10 title game appearances with Notre Dame since coming to them in '97 and won 4 titles with the Pios. And he, of course, is in the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame.
one of the best to ever do it in the state of Louisiana.
1st and 20. Nice coverage on the outside. Leighton Mitchell got his mitts on it.
Right, obviously try to get a slant route. Great play by the defender. A little ball's kind of outside the receiver's hands, but great play by the defender.
Notre Dame tonight 1 for 4 on 3rd down, trying to convert here. Do you remember any games where you lined up against a Louis Cook team?
Yes, I don't want to remember it because we lost in the last second of the game.
I think I was set up by our producer.
In the semifinals to go to the Dome, but it was always a great battle when we played those teams.
Faust rolls out, turns it around though, and goes to the tight end Iberia, who stays on his feet. Finally brought down. He'll be a few yards shy of a 1st down. That was a nifty call by Notre Dame, but comes up a bit short.
Great play call, try to get a bootleg tight end screen right here. You see the quarterback rolls to the right, gets a tight end screen, gets it upfield. Almost got the 1st down. Great play call, but again, good stance by this Catholic-N.I Iberia defense to see if they can get this ball back in the offensive hands and go down and try to make another score.
William Prevost will punt for Notre Dame. And of course, back deep, the electric Jaden Mitchell, who already has 1 touchdown in the ball game. On a 56-yard run, he'll let that one go out of bounds. Pretty good field position coming up for Catholic-N.I Iberia. They haven't had the lead since the 1st quarter when they went up initially 7-0.
Well, I kind of have an idea what they're going to do offense. Let's probably get the ball in Jaden Mitchell's hands some kind of way. There's a bubble screen, get him in space. And for Notre Dame's defense, I'm keen on Jaden Mitchell. He may want to try to go to a bracket coverage, bring an extra defender over there to make sure you minimize his effectiveness on offense.
Student section for the Panthers, just 21 yards on that punt, and the ball will be moved up to midfield. 50-yard line spot for the Panthers. High safety, man in the backfield, 3 wide. Landry's first pass is caught over the left side. That's Joseph LeBlanc, who's got a handful of catches in tonight's ball game.
Nice positive pickup on that 1st down, 4 yards. Gets them in a 2nd and 6 situation. And obviously LeBlanc has been a big part of his offense tonight from the H-back position.
Well, you know, they moved him from wide receiver to play some tight end because he's such a tough matchup for linebackers. LeBlanc, 3 of 17 now. Here comes some pressure off the edge. Landry gets it away. It'll be caught, and a 1st down and more. Guess who? Joseph LeBlanc with the catch.
Right here, nice and simple. Gets to the sticks, picks up the 1st down, gets upfield, and picks up extra yardage.
It looked like Evan Dauphiné, number 12, was coming in with that pressure from the right side. He just couldn't get there in time. That's a Farm Bureau 1st down. We'll see if that's the last time Notre Dame brings a little extra pressure. Landry with that quick release. Tristan Lewis back in the ball game. Runs it up the middle. Picks up maybe 2 yards on the carry. Good to see him back in. The senior corner and running back. Kind of running back by necessity. He was a slot guy last year. The fastest guy on the team, according to Matt DeSormo.
Garrett, I think you got to run him.
Landry surveys the field. Now 2nd and 9. He's got time, rolls out, looks down the field, feeds his receiver. It's Mitchell. Caught. Touchdown, Catholic. And they take the lead back from Notre Dame on a 36-yard hookup between Luke Landry and Jaden Mitchell.
Initially, they did a great job on Jaden Mitchell, but obviously with the quarterback scrambling. Right here, obviously they had Jaden Mitchell in the slot. So the quarterback scrambling, one thing as a defensive back, what you don't want to do is get your eyes in the backfield, and that's what they did. They let Jaden Mitchell get loose for another touchdown.
Unbelievable. 5 catches for 161 yards. Here's another look.
Goes back to LeBlanc. Play before, picks up positive yards for the first down.
Jaden Mitchell puts his team up 21-14. Second touchdown catch of the night.
Right here, obviously he tried to go to Jaden Mitchell in the slot. He rolls out. They had him covered, but again, defensive backs, anytime a quarterback scrambles, you have to keep your eyes disciplined on the receiver, your eyes in your zone, and they let him go and he gets in the end zone.
Pio's coaches are not going to like watching that film. He had nobody within 5 yards of him. For the first time ever, the LHSAA Network brings you a 1-hour football highlight show that covers the entire state of Louisiana, from Bossier to the Bayou. Friday night in the boot, we'll have it all. Make sure to watch each Friday night this fall, starting at 11 p.m. Landry now 13 of 17 for 249 yards. He's got 8 straight completions, and he is chomping at the bit to get back on the field for his offense. Some big games coming up, man, this week. Week 4 in the 2024 season. Catholic and West Monroe. Westgate and Turlings in the Lafayette area. Bird is going down to John Ehret, so from Shreveport to New Orleans, that's a bit of a bus ride. Central and Cecilia is going to be a huge matchup, too. Plenty more games that you can see highlights on Friday night in the boot. Central's off to a good start under Coach David Semino, 3-0. So Notre Dame needs to answer here. They'll bring the ball out to the 22-yard line to start this drive.
If I'm Notre Dame offensively, don't panic. Stick to your game plan and stick to what got you to this point so far.
Faust rolls back. Leighton Fall makes the catch, stays up, and gets knocked down right around the 35-yard line.
That's a great play call, Gary, on the first down, because what that does, when you throw the ball on the first down, the team is not expecting it, and also lets you know the confidence that they have in Faust and their senior running back. Obviously, first game this year they played Southside. He missed some. He had some throws that he wished he could have made. Obviously tonight, he's hitting throws on his play-action pass and having huge success.
Fall is the top wideout for Notre Dame, along with Jake Johnson and the tight end, Josh Hebert. All three are seniors. Run in the backfield and nowhere for Jack Meadis to go. That'll be a tackle behind the line. A hydration break for these two teams. More third quarter action when we return.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Our game tonight brought to you by Coca-Cola, Real Magic. By MMR, building on a tradition of success. Ochsner and the Ochsner Andrews Sports Medicine Institute. Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation, the voice of Louisiana agriculture. Catholic-N.I Iberia with the lead, 21-14. Notre Dame's offense coming back out on the field with a little under 6 minutes left to play in our ball game. In the third quarter. 2nd and 10 for Parker Faust. Faust has led 2 touchdown scoring drives. He capped one with a 5-yard run. Jackson Casanova had a 2-yard plunge at the other end of the field in the second quarter. Faust is 6 of 10 tonight. And we don't like to see this, but Christopher Green, number 5 for Catholic-N.I Iberia, has taken off the pads and the jersey, Derry. You spotted that when you're a sideline reporter for our Friday night game of the week.
Absolutely.
Tough to see it.
He's a great player. Obviously, being a safety, a senior safety on the back end of the defense, you lose communication. So let's see if they can communicate on that back end and make the effective play calls and see if someone can step up in his spot.
2nd and 11, ball on the 34-yard line. Faust keeps it. He's got a blocker downfield. Throws this to Fall, and it's out of his hands.
Again, right here, play action. They had huge success tonight on play action and bring out the guard to give him some extra protection. Good throw. Just dropped the football. That's a ball that he definitely wants back if he can catch it.
Yeah, at this level of football, if it hits you in the hands, you got to catch it. On 3rd down tonight, they're just 1 of 5. See if Notre Dame can come through here. They need 11 yards to move the sticks. Catholic-N.I Iberia with 3 down linemen trying to get some pressure on Parker Faust. Faust keeps it. They pick up 1 blocker, gets it away, and almost gets it picked off. Great coverage. Catholic-N.I Iberia. And Owen Morris, the fullback, playing a little defensive back. Let's watch on replay.
And that time, Catholic-N.I Iberia brought pressure off the edge. He steps up in the pocket, didn't see anything downfield, takes a big hit. A great play by number 21, who's filling in for the senior safety, Chris Green, comes up with a big play.
Owen Morris makes the play. Nice defense styled up by Matt Desermo and his staff for Catholic-N.I Iberia. And unfortunately, on the punt, you've got to put the ball back in the hands of Jaden Mitchell, who already has 2 touchdowns tonight. He's not going to bother with this one. This punt dies a little short. We'll see where the officials spot this ball. It'll be inside the 40. Hey, be sure to download the LHSAA Live mobile app to stay up to date with scores, schedules, news, and more. The LHSAA Live mobile app is your trusted source for all things LHSAA. Available in the Apple App Store and Android app on Google Play. Just a 31-yard punt. And after scoring on their first possession of the second half, Catholic-N.I Iberia back out on the 36-yard line. What a night for Luke Landry, completing 75% of his passes. Throws this one into the hands. The basket catch by Gavin Roy. First play of the drive, Derry.
That was an outstanding play by Landry. Rolling on the pocket. He was extremely effective on the run. And to throw that ball against 2 defenders right on the money, outstanding throw right there to Landry to Roy.
31 yards on that pickup. It'll move the chains. That's his first catch of the night. He got 2 feet in on that one. Looking to the sideline, slowing it down a bit is Landry. Ball on the 33-yard line for the Panthers. Up by a touchdown and looking for more. Landry will be tackled from behind. That's Cameron Foreman. We've called his name a couple times tonight. He finally gets home and tackles the quarterback.
This is a huge drive for both teams, I think, for Catholic-N.I Iberia. Obviously try to get up, step in the pocket. Got a little pressure, ball skips the ground, but again, this is a big drive for both teams. I think if you're Catholic-N.I Iberia and you go up 2 scores, you're feeling pretty good about yourself. And if you're Notre Dame, you don't want to get down 2 scores because mainly you're a running football team.
Gavin Roy, bottom of your screen. Landry rolls out to his right. Pressure from behind. They can't bring him down with the arm tackle. Gets this one away. Out of the hands of LeBlanc and almost picked off. Boy, I like Landry. When he rolls out, he is gunslinging.
He does. He does a great job when he gets outside the pocket. Keeps his eyes downfield. Looks to the right, doesn't see anything. Works back to his left. Avoids his tackle, avoids a sack. And again, still probably a dangerous throw. Something you don't want to do is throw it across your body. Can cause a turnover. Begin. Unfortunate enough, he was fortunate that time for Notre Dame not to come up with an interception.
3rd and 10 from the 33. Mitchell leads a trio of wide receivers at the top of your screen. This one's going for the end zone. Caught! was on that hookup. He had 64 yards over 2 catches on the drive.
Right here, Landry looks down the field, pump fake. Looks like a miscommunication on Notre Dame on the back end. Looks like they did a little rub route. Anytime you have 2 defenders, take 1 receiver, that's not a good look. Somebody's going to be open, and that time Landry hit Roy for another touchdown for this Catholic-N.I offense.
Bennett Boudreaux with the extra point.
Again, right here, I think it was so much attention on Mitchell, but obviously they tried to run a little post route. 2 defenders bit on the post route and left Roy wide open.
3rd touchdown pass of the night for the senior Luke Landry. Landry came into the game with 7 touchdowns. He's got 10 on the season now. And Roy, the senior, no doubt. Derry, that's 21 unanswered.
Awesome start to the second half, and offensively, what they did on the last touchdown, we call it eye candy, especially on defense. So with Mitchell was the candy, right? And if they can get the defenders locked in on him, they can use it, slip somebody behind, and that's what they did on that possession, and Roy got into the end zone.
Landry, things are looking up on his sideline. Roy at times has also played some defense for Catholic-N.I Iberia. Kickoff coming for the Panthers from the 40. This will go to Tristan Lewis. Ball comes out. Catholic-N.I Iberia says they have it. Unbelievable. Isaac Andre comes away with the ball. The junior linebacker making a play on special teams.
Comes down the field again, senior linebacker J.D. Hidalgo with the play, making a big play. The senior linebacker doing it all in defense and special teams. I think that's key too for successful teams. Anytime you have your starters playing special teams and playing at a high level, that does something to your ball club. It lets me know that no job, nothing is basically beneath them. So go down special teams and make a play is huge. Let's see if they take a shot to the end zone.
Bryce Duhon with the fumble. Here's Owen Morris. Still pushing the pile over the 15-yard line. Owen Morris had to come in on defense and make a play in the secondary. Now he's running the ball forward for positive yards. Morris kind of comes off the field a little gimpy. And going in looks to be J.D. Hidalgo, number 7. Hidalgo, the defensive star for the Panthers. So Hidalgo in the backfield now. Ball's on the 14. Landry, quick slant, caught by LeBlanc, still on his feet. He falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Catholic-N.I Iberia. 4th passing touchdown of the night for Luke Landry.
Again, right here for Landry, finds his target all night, Joseph LeBlanc. Just a little quick little route. Makes a big play, breaks a tackle, and gets in the end zone.
Three different receivers have caught touchdowns tonight. Luke Landry picking a target and delivering. 34-14. Catholic-N.I Iberia has taken control of our game.
And Landry has 7 touchdowns coming into tonight. He has 5 already.
Bennett Boudreaux will attempt the extra point. Puts the extra point up. It's good. And Catholic-N.I Iberia goes up by 20 points. Fantastic showing by them so far. Let's take another look at that touchdown pass to the senior LeBlanc.
Just look, nice little stick route. Nice and simple, but does a great job after the catch. Breaks 4 tackles. We call that yak, Garrett, yards after catch, and that's something that they did.
So much for running the ball. I tell you what.
Yeah.
How about Landry? 17 of 22. He's thrown for 325 yards and 4 passing touchdowns.
Two different sports, but kind of the same aspect. It reminds me of that Golden State offense. Once they start rolling and the avalanche starts getting downhill, it's hard to stop. And that's something that this offense did the second half. It's doing the second half.
You saw the stats at the half, 101 yards passing, 101 yards rushing for Notre Dame, so very balanced offense. But can a team that primarily runs come back now down by 3?
It's very difficult for them to do that because the passing game is not really diverse. They only have a couple routes that they do using the tight end and play action, so it's going to be pretty hard for them to get back to this ball game. Maybe if they can hit a deep shot on the first play and get some momentum, but it'd be pretty difficult for them to come back being down this many scores.
Catholic forces the turnover on special teams, that fumble, and then 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. So they made them pay. Let's see if Notre Dame can kind of right their ship and march downfield here, regardless of the clock.
But never say never. You know, a Louis Cook football team, they're not going to quit. They're going to keep grinding and see if they can make some plays and get themselves back in this football game.
Unbelievable stat. Catholic-N.I Iberia has scored the last 4 touchdowns on only 13 plays. Faust throws down, looking for a 5-yard pickup far sideline, and it is caught by Fall. There is a flag on the play. It'll be an eligible receiver down the field. And that's against Notre Dame. Catholic-N.I Iberia has won 2 games in a row. Their only loss came in the opener. We touched on it. They fell 14-10 to Vermilion Catholic. Only gave up 2 touchdowns in the ballgame. So certainly a strong start for Coach Desermo's team. Notre Dame's got a tall task in front of them here. A little under 20 minutes remaining in our game. It's 1st down and 15 from the 20. And they trail by 3 touchdowns. The official places this one on the 19. Faust out of the eye, hands off, room to run up the middle. Cameron Stelly running hard. That'll get back just past the original line of scrimmage.
Little delayed draw, trying to pick up some of those yards on that penalty. And if you're Catholic-N.I Iberia's defense, you don't want to take your foot off the pedal. You want to play with the same intensity as if it's a tie ball game, because a lot of times as a defense, when you get up some points, you kind of get relaxed. So they got to keep the same energy. And for Notre Dame, obviously, trying to make a chunk play, get the ball down the field, see if you can pick up a big play and get this ball
running
moving
a wildcat here. Little pressure coming from Catholic-N.I Iberia, but a run up the middle, nearly to midfield. How about Lejeune? Everybody just looking at the back of his jersey once he gets by the line.
Right here, they obviously go Wildcat. Anytime you go Wildcat, you get a hat on the hat. So that means everybody's accounted for on defense. You're blocking every defender. They got upfield for a nice gain that time for the Notre Dame offense.
28 yards on the gain. They say he finished just shy of midfield. That's a Farm Bureau 1st down for the Pios. And now with a fresh set of downs, Parker Faust coming. Empty backfield. Here's Stelly with the catch, makes a cut, falls forward, finally driven back, but he got 6 yards on the catch and run.
And first downs are going to be huge, Gary, for this Notre Dame offense right now. You want to pick up positive yards. Remember the first half, I said 3 yards in cloud of dust? Don't need that right now. You need to pick up 5 to 7 yards on this first down to put yourself in some manageable positions.
So Coach Cook's team, 2nd down and 5 yards needed. Direct snap to Stelly. Stelly's got the 1st down. He's still on his feet. Far sideline and finally shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They needed chunk plays, and they're getting them.
Right, back in Wildcat, they do a sweep around the edge. Great lead block right there. Gets upfield, and another chunk play from this Notre Dame offense.
Tackle by Xavier Lede, the 5'9" junior free safety. Stelly, 6 carries in the ball game now for 50 yards. Another Wildcat, keeping Catholic-N.I Iberia on their toes. Ball's on the 20. Here's Lejeune, who just ripped off a 28-yard run. He'll go up the middle. Shorter return this time.
Another thing, too, when you're trying to come from behind, you want to make sure, obviously, third quarter is winding down. But in the fourth quarter, if I'm Notre Dame offensively, you want to keep that clock stopping. You don't want to keep it moving constantly. So I think in the fourth quarter, you're going to see them try to get out of bounds and design their plays to the sideline where they can't get out of bounds to keep the clock from running.
Looks like Wildcat again. And who's it going to go to? Either Drew Lejeune or Cameron Stelly. Stelly's got it. Flag flies. Maybe some movement on the line. It is a false start on the offense for Notre Dame.
False start. Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Pioneers got off to a rough start last year. Quarterback Jackson Link got injured. They lost 3 of their first 5 games, but then against Como, Parker Faust came in and rallied them for the win and ran off a 7-game win streak. Made the quarterfinals, won 9 games. He'll come back into the ball game here for a 2nd and 1. Derry, that's 12 penalties now, approaching 100 yards against Notre Dame.
That's not good. I think that's something Louis Cook is want to get straight. That's not a Louis Cook's football team.
Leighton Fall at the bottom of your screen. They'll go to the top. Catch made by the tight end, Iberia. Holding's going to be called. Flag comes in at the end of the play. They were approaching the goal line. Iberia lost his helmet. You talked about that in the open.
He did. Obviously frustrated. Looks like it's another holding call on this Notre Dame offense. And that's something, too, you want to eliminate. You kind of have to play perfect football, too, if you want to get back in the football game.
Number 0.
A Baker's dozen,
penalty.
13th penalty.
Second down.
Hold will be at the very end, Derry.
Again, a little play action throwback to the tight end. A great play design call. Right there, gets his hands on the inside, and they're going to call it every time, and something they wish they could have back because they're having great momentum right now moving the football down the field.
Jake Johnson, the wide receiver, just trying to help his teammate out, but he'll get popped for the penalty. 45 seconds remaining. Clock continues to run. Ball moved back to the 5-yard line. 2nd down. They need 5 yards to move the chains. Whistle blows. Timeout called by Coach Cook and his staff. And this is an important time in the ball game. I mean, you can't come up empty here. Field goals aren't going to help you at this point. The High School Spotlight is in its 2nd season and airs live on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on the LHSAA Network Live channel. The High School Spotlight features all the top stories in high school athletics from around the state in every sport.
I think every possession is a big possession. Every timeout is an important timeout, so they want to make sure that whoever play design they have called, they want to execute it at a high level because you cannot have any wasted downs at this point in the game.
The Pios offense averaging over 30 points per game this year, but they were stalled in their last matchup against Turling's Catholic. Last week, they put up just 10 points. They have been stuck on 14 for about a quarter and a half. They've got 2 rushing touchdowns in the game, and that's it. Only need 5 yards, and technically, you think they've got 3 plays to try and get it. We'll see if they try and bully their way forward. That's Wildcat again with Lejeune in the backfield. It's empty. Actually, he took a handoff from Faust, who was over center. Goes forward. He's a short 2, a long 1 from moving the chains. 3rd down coming up as time running out on our 3rd quarter. Catholic-N.I Iberia fans have had a lot to cheer about. They've scored 4 touchdowns running on just 13 plays. The fourth quarter looms here in Iberia Parish. Derry and I will be back after this. It's 35-14 Catholic-N.I Iberia on the Game of the Week.
I'm Mayor Freddie DeCourt. The City of New Iberia welcomes you to the Pepperplex. We are proud of the improvements like turfing the ball fields, lighting and drainage improvements, and adding a new concession stand. Youth sporting activities is a priority for the City of New Iberia. Baseball, softball, and soccer are flourishing. Come visit the City of New Iberia Pepperplex.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Start of the fourth quarter between Catholic-N.I Iberia and Notre Dame of Crowley. Pios with the ball on 3rd and 2. They're saying they've moved the chains, and with that spot, they have. Nice run by Parker Faust. Bertrand with the tackle. Derry, both of these teams have over 300 yards of offense already, but they've done it in markedly different ways.
Absolutely. If you look at Notre Dame, very balanced attack, 168 rushing yards, 146 passing yards. If you look at that, that's probably something they wanted to get into this game, and probably you'd think they'll be in this ball game, but obviously defensively, they gave up too many chunk plays and offensively too many penalties as well.
Handoff in the backfield to Lejeune. Lejeune still on his feet. He's in the end zone, and Notre Dame has new life here with the rushing score, their 3rd of the game. 7-yard touchdown run by number 7.
Right here, just a simple handoff to Lejeune. Great focus to hold on to that football because it could have hit the ground and got to the end zone and see if they can get this extra point and get within 2 scores.
What an answer by the Pios. 9 plays, 75 yards. Extra point is up and good. You know, that fumble on the kickoff really hurt him because right now it's a 1-possession game most likely.
Absolutely. And again, we go back to special teams. I think that's an integral part of the football game is to make sure you execute all 3 phases. I think the sexy thing to do is talk about offense and talk about defense, but we leave our special teams. So that who's ever well coached on special teams typically has a complete football team, and fumbling the football did put them in a bad spot, something they wish they had back.
Our presenting sponsor, MMR, built from values, distinguished by tradition. Beautiful night here in Iberia Parish. Again, we talked about all the great food that was on display prior with frog legs and meat pies. If you go to the north end of the stadium, it's a sugarcane field. I mean, we're just north of the Gulf of Mexico, right here in the home in South Louisiana. Notre Dame with a little pooch kick, not giving Mitchell much of a chance to return this. Mitchell sprints past one defender, though, and gets up to about the 36-yard line. He is able to turn on a dime. I would not want to have to defend him.
Anytime that you can make a cut and still get up and still move forward at the same time, that's something that you can't teach. Jaden Mitchell is extremely gifted.
Luke Landry comes out. 4 passing touchdowns on the night. 17 of 22 for 327 yards. Still over 11 minutes remaining in our game. Landry flush from the pocket, gets this one away, back past the line of scrimmage. That's about all you can do with a hulking lineman coming right in your face. Called his name a couple times tonight, Cameron Foreman.
Look, I like the aggressive play call on first down, but throwing the football. Even though that you're up 2 scores, you don't want to play to win the game. Like, you want to play to win the game. You don't want to get too complacent and get Notre Dame back in the football game. For Notre Dame defense, obviously don't do anything out of extraordinary. Still play gap sound football and see if you can force a turnover.
3 wide, bottom of your screen, man in the backfield. 2nd and 10, and here's a rush by Mitchell. Down the sidelines is Lewis, and they won't catch him. 63 yards. Tristan Lewis, who went out of the game with an injury earlier, looks healthy as can be.
Well, the Rich he can rip it. I think they have so many explosive athletes on offense that they can get the ball to. And like you alluded to, Tristan Lewis, one of the fastest men on the field, and obviously it gets to the second level, you're not going to catch him.
Wes Duplichin tried to take him down by his shoestrings, couldn't get a hand on him. It's always a nice night when your starting cornerback can run 63 yards for a touchdown on offense. Again, Bennett Boudreaux looking good on extra points. And Catholic-N.I Iberia has doubled up Notre Dame 42-21.
Again, great lead block by the backside guard, pulling around, and Lewis did a great job of following his blockers, getting on the field. And they just have so many options and so many weapons that they can go to offensively. Defensively, it's kind of hard to scheme for that. You know, it brings it back to those old Urban Meyer offenses with Percy Harvin and all the different running backs that they had. It was hard to scheme against. You couldn't focus in on one guy. Same thing with this New Iberia offense. You can't not focus on one guy. Is it going to be Jaden Mitchell? Is it going to be Tristan Lewis? I mean, even the strong safety Chris Green got involved tonight. So it's pretty difficult. And then Desmond Moe is doing an outstanding job. Was a great quarterback himself as well.
He's fired up, dude. He's ready to get in the octagon and go to work. 11:02 remaining. And that score, 42-21, is actually the score that Notre Dame beat Catholic-N.I Iberia in the 2018 title game. Trying to bring his team back. And he did play a little fullback. He played at UL, of course. His older brother, Michael, was a teammate of his. Actually caught a touchdown from his brother while he was a Raging Cajun. Touchback, and Notre Dame will receive the ball. Pretty crazy that the scoring drives for Catholic-N.I Iberia have been so short. I mean, they've scored 5 touchdowns all in the second half on 14 plays.
Yeah, I mean, I think Notre Dame has given up a lot of explosive plays on defense, whether it's miscommunication, sometimes it's whether New Iberia just being so explosive athletically on offense as well. So 3 plays, 4 plays, 4 plays, 2 plays, 2 plays. So that's not a recipe for success if you're Notre Dame's defense. You kind of want to control the clock and shorten the game. Is something that they were not able to do tonight.
I'll tell you what, if you live in the area, get the Daily Iberian tomorrow. That's the local newspaper. It's looking like the headlines are going to be all Panthers over the Pios. Notre Dame trying to answer. Faust loads up, goes long down the field, out of the hands of the intended target. That was Fall. Leighton Fall had it coming down his way. Well, it would have been a 40-yard hookup.
Great play design again on his play action. They've had a lot of success tonight on the play action. Tries to get him on his post route, just out of the hands, and obviously catch that he wished he would have back. Difficult catch over the shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, he had the arms fully extended. It was just.
I think people think it's easier than, and it's not. That's not an easy catch, especially over the shoulder and you run at full speed.
I mean, part of it's speed, part of it's the repetition of practicing catches. The other part is balance. Most people don't understand the balance these wide receivers have. Little run off the right side for 5 yards. Faust will head out of the game. or at least he'll head over to the sideline maybe to pick up a pass or a play from Coach Cook. He'll trot back in. Trying to get the ball up to the 30-yard line to move the chains. This is a 3rd down play and 5. 4 wide for the Pios, and it's kept by Lejeune. He falls forward for the 1st down. Nice play over the right end.
Good physical, tough run that time by Lejeune to get back in their Wildcat package. They had some success with that tonight. You're not going to see any quit in this Notre Dame team as well. They're going to continue to fight, scratch and claw, because it does something to your football team. You don't want to quit. It's still a long season, and I expect them to still be in the run to contend for a state title.
Faust again over the middle, into double coverage, caught! Unbelievable. Leighton Fall brought that one down in double coverage to move the chains. No flags.
He caught that one.
Come on, Parker, give me another shot at it.
Again, throws down the field, double coverage. Great catch, great concentration, nice strong hands. Keeps the ball away from his body, which is incredible, and that's what you do as a wide receiver. Catches at his highest point and brings that football in.
Great concentration there.
I think the last pass, it wasn't difficult enough. He wanted something a little bit more challenging.
That was over Owen Morris, the fullback who's filling in for the hurt strong safety, Christopher Green. We'll see if they continue to go after him. Looks like one of the Catholic-N.I Iberia players being stretched out for cramps around the 30-yard line. 39 yards on that pickup. Fall with 3 catches for 108 yards. That's a stat line.
It is. I like a Randy Moss stat line. So obviously he's picking up big chunks. He's one of those players who stretches the defense. Obviously the Pios love to run the football, but when they go to that play action and you can get that safety biting up, you can hit him over the top for a long pass play.
The officials have spotted the ball between the 27 and 28-yard line. 1st down. And the Pios still here with life as we've ticked under 10 minutes remaining. They've been able to cut the second half lead down to 14. Trying to do that again here. In the backfield, and that play is blown up. Tackle by Jack Romero. The senior linebacker sniffed it out.
They try to do a reverse good time by Jack Romero. Stand home, stand backside, makes a play, and then hits a home run while he's at it. Outstanding play.
First carry of the night we've seen for Sam Casanova, number 11 for Notre Dame, younger brother of Jackson. Faust completes to the tight end, Hebert, who's off to the races. He'll get a 1st down.
Hebert's had a big night too at the tight end position. Does a wonderful job catching the ball and getting upfield and making plays. Right,
Hebert makes the catch, gets 18 yards here.
Slips out the backfield. Good looking tight end.
Coach Cook told us he's a matchup problem. Got the ball up to the 16-yard line. 1st down here in the 4th quarter. Whistles. The official coming in from the near sideline says timeout, Catholic-N.I Iberia. So maybe a chance to get the defense ready for this next play. Hebert, the tight end, has 6 catches for 90 yards. So many guys approaching 100 yards receiving tonight for both teams. The High School Spotlight is in its 2nd season and airs live on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on the LHSAA Network Live channel. The High School Spotlight features all the top stories in high school athletics from around the state in every sport.
I think if you lose Cook after this game, you can look at the stat line. You can be pretty excited and happy on what you're able to accomplish offensively. But again, I think some of those penalties hurt them. And on defense, they gave up way too many big plays, whether it's just New Iberia making an exceptional play or miscommunication on the back end.
Offense on this drive has been moving behind Parker Faust, who's got a couple of big hookups with his wide receivers, Abear and Leighton Fall, who got one for 39 yards to move the chains. Offensive line comes set for the Pios. Lejeune in the backfield with Faust. Goes across the middle, and that one is in and out of the hands of Abear. Faust on the evening, 10 of 18 passing for over 200 yards.
Again, right here, try to hit his tight end again over the middle. Right off the hands, off his fingertips, and if you catch that ball, he may walk into the end zone.
Coverage by Isaac Andre. Ball still on the 16-yard line, 2nd and 10 coming up for the Pios. That incompletion stops the clock at 8:18. Every second counts here, trailing by 3 touchdowns. Here comes some pressure up the middle, and they'll blow that play up. J.D. Hidalgo.
J.D. Hidalgo that time. A little gut blitz up the A gap for that linebacker. He's been all over the field tonight. Running back, linebacker, special teams. Outstanding player, J.D. Hidalgo.
Not only a tackle for loss, but it keeps the clock running, and Notre Dame won't burn a timeout. Under 8 minutes now. Notre Dame tonight, 3 of 7 on 3rd down. Maybe none bigger than this one for Parker Faust and the Pios. Rolled out to his left and then doubles back to the tight end Abear. Jumps a defender, and he'll move the chains. An athletic play by Josh G. Abear.
Again, Josh Abear has a wonderful night, little throwback screen to the tight end, hurdles a defender. I'm extremely impressed with Josh Abear. I believe he can definitely play on the next level and give even college defenses trouble.
Xavier Leday went low in the tight end. Jumped right over him. They'll say he finished just shy. 4th and 1. 4th and 1 for the Pios. They move the pile forward. Precious seconds will tick off. Panthers defense looked good there, but it's enough to move the chains. And that'll move it for a Farm Bureau 1st down. Coach Cook, the veteran, talking with his senior QB, Parker Faust, sends him back out. Ball spotted on the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. Tackle for loss would be huge here for Catholic's defense. 3 men behind Faust. Like the old wishbone. Pass into the end zone, intercepted at the goal line. That was intended for Abear in the back of the end zone, and Faust underthrew him. The interception for the fullback, Owen Morris. Morris giving his all tonight.
Right here, slip Abear in the backfield. He definitely had him as a tip pass by this Catholic-N.I defense. If that pass wasn't tipped, it was definitely a touchdown. Great job by the defender getting his hands up and pretty much icing this football game, Garrett.
He's ripped off some big runs on offense tonight, playing for the injured strong safety, Christopher Green. And that's our first interception of the evening. Morris, the junior, with a bright future.
Comes off the edge, gets his hands up. Nice tip pass, and Johnny on the spot gets the interception.
Joseph Trappy, the senior, with the tip ball that helped force the interception. Big 6'1", 180 senior on the line. Well, about the only thing that Catholic-N.I Iberia hasn't done on offense in this quarter is do long drives. They're scoring on 3 or 4 plays. Rolling out is Landry. He'll slide, stay in bounds, and the clock will run. 2 turnovers in the ball game. 2 for Notre Dame, 1 on special teams. No turnovers for the Panthers. That is a winning recipe. Huge night passing the ball. Over 320 yards passing for Luke Landry. 4 touchdowns. Great to see Notre Dame back on the Catholic-N.I Iberia schedule. Landry on the evening in the second half has really bumped up his numbers. 6 passing touchdowns on the game. We're back right after this. Our game tonight brought to you by Coca-Cola, real magic. By MMR, building on a tradition of success. By Ochsner and the Ochsner Andrews Sports Medicine Institute. And Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation, the voice of Louisiana agriculture. What a night for the starting QB for Catholic-N.I Iberia, Luke Landry, with 222 yards, all in the second half, 4 touchdowns. He has 6 for the game. And Derry, that's a way to get the numbers up against a talented team like Notre Dame. I don't know if anybody expected that. He came into the ball game with 7 touchdowns through the first 3 games. He's got 6 tonight.
He's basically matched his season total just in 1 game. So outstanding game tonight by Landry, obviously, against a great Notre Dame defense. And so for him, it's all about momentum and being consistent. I think for a quarterback, if you can be consistent and go in game out every game, you don't have to put up these numbers, but it's about having momentum, being consistent, and putting his team in a position to be successful. And that's something that he has done tonight in this ball game.
Fans having fun here at the stadium. Their team up by 3 touchdowns with the ball, 6 minutes remaining. Tristan Lewis ripped off a big run earlier, scoots forward for positive yards this time. Lewis went 63 yards on the last possession. Third down coming up for the Panthers as the clock ticks. They're 3 of 7 tonight on 3rd down. Lewis comes off the field. Defense for Notre Dame needs a stop here if they've got any shot at injecting themselves back into the game.
And look, they're going to run this thing down to 1 second to snap the football.
Running off the left side, J.D. Hidalgo. Fourth down and about 1 coming up. Boy, Hidalgo's a big guy. You don't want to meet him in the hole. Finishes 1 yard shy. And they're going for it here. I don't know if they're going to try and draw them off sides or if they just feel like they can get 1 yard. They're 1 of 1 tonight on 4th down. Landry with Hidalgo in the backfield. No quarterback sneak. Play clock to 1. And timeout called on the sidelines by Coach Desermo. And take a look at upcoming schedules for these teams. Notre Dame next week taking on Cecilia and Diesel Solari, their talented quarterback. They'll take on Lake Arthur the following week. Then they're on the road for 3. Lafayette Christian, Jennings, and Lafayette Renaissance. Of course, the district games with the Stars, Arthur, LCA, and Lafayette Renaissance. Hunter Landry and Trev Falk over at Lafayette Renaissance after leaving Lafayette Christian last year. Starting a great program over at Renaissance. So Notre Dame, of course, with a challenging district They are potentially going to go into district play after playing Cecilia. After tonight, they'll be 2-2. So 4th and 1 coming up from the 14-yard line. And the punting crew comes out. Joseph LeBlanc is going to kick this one deep. This is a low punt to LeBlanc, and it's deflected. They might call roughing the kicker, though. This one finishes inside the 20-yard line. Did he block it, or did they rough the kicker? Only our replay will tell. Griffin Doucette was back deep to receive it for Notre Dame. It never got anywhere near him.
There's no foul for running into the kicker. The kick was tipped. First down.
Here's a closer look, Derry.
So right here, with the ball being tipped, it's not going to be a roughing the passer. That was pretty obvious that they got the ball and got the penalty taken away because he did tip the ball.
Jackson Casanova tipped it, roughed up the punter a little bit. It will still be Notre Dame ball. They've got the ball spotted right around the 15-yard line. And again, with 4:20 remaining, Catholic of New Iberia has a 3-touchdown lead. They are looking to cash in their first win against the Pios this decade. Their last win came in 2019 in this series. Notre Dame has been adept at passing the ball tonight. See if Parker Faust can get a quick strike going and get into the end zone. Faust steps back. Hebert running and brought down hard at the 10. Tackle made by J.D. Hidalgo. That guy's playing hard on both sides of the ball. He doesn't need an energy drink.
He doesn't. He's playing relentless, sideline to sideline. Good job of running the ball carrier down and making a tackle.
Lost a yard on the play. Whistles fly, though. Excuse me, flags fly. And that should be on the Pios.
False start. Offense, number 59. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
William Gautreau, 59, commits the 14th penalty of the night for Notre Dame.
14 penalties may mean they have to run 14 gases tomorrow, and I think that's something they want to clean up.
106 yards of penalties tonight. The Pios settle over the ball. 2nd and 10, ball's on the 15. Faust. That one's deflected. I think Hidalgo broke that one up in coverage.
He did. Been all over the field tonight. Great job stopping the run. Great job in pass coverage. Playing a little running back. Special team. And that's what you want to see out of your senior leader. Somebody who's going to give an effort no matter the situation, no matter the play. Great job tonight by J.D. Hidalgo.
Faust will be under center here. Loads up, goes into the back of the end zone, and that one's brought down for the touchdown. Leighton Fall with the grab from 15 yards out. Gets a little shove in the backfield after the score. That'll make it 42-27.
Little play action. Gets in the back in the end zone. Another great play. Jump ball. And gets in the end zone again.
First passing touchdown of the night for Parker Faust. And our score now 42-28 with a little under 3.5 remaining. Notre Dame down by 2. Parker Faust hooks up with Leighton Fall for his first touchdown catch of the evening. And Catholic-N.I Iberia, let's take a look at their upcoming schedule. Lake Charles Prep next week, then they're on the road for 3 in a row. District games against Franklin, Delcambre, and Lauraville. And then at the beginning of November, they'll take on West St. Mary, also in District 2A play. Both these teams look poised for the playoffs. Catholic-N.I Iberia has not won a playoff game since 2021 when these seniors were freshmen. So you know they're hungry.
I think that's going to change this year. I think they have a special group. They have playmakers all over the field, and their defense gets after it, have great leadership. And so I expect them to make some noise this year in the playoffs.
We talked about playoffs for Catholic-N.I Iberia. How about Notre Dame? They haven't missed the playoffs since Y2K. The Pios have made the playoffs 30 years in a row, dating back to '94. Terry, here's a list of things that haven't been invented. This one's into the hands of Catholic-N.I Iberia, right around the 50-yard line. And that'll put the ball back in the hands of the Panthers. Here are the things that haven't been invented since the last time Notre Dame missed the playoffs. 3D printers, iPads, iPhones, the Xbox, Netflix, YouTube, DVDs, blogs, and cloning. None of those things have been invented the last time Notre Dame missed the playoffs.
That's a great program. Runs on autopilot, and they do a great job every single year.
The officials right around midfield conferring on the ball. Faust tonight, 237 yards passing. He's 13 of 22 with a touchdown and a pick. How about these numbers? Coming into the game, we didn't expect it. The two quarterbacks have combined for over 560 yards passing. It's a first down. Notre Dame came away with the ball. So the hands team, ring one up for them. I think the replay shows that Catholic-N.I Iberia came down with the ball. Maybe the ball was fumbled by the ground, but came down with that ball.
Yeah, obviously.
So Faust comes in with the call from Coach Cook. Our game not over quite yet. Three rushing touchdowns, one passing tonight for Notre Dame's offense. They'll go 4 wide. One of the few times tonight we've seen that. A couple of post routes. Here's a throw over the middle. Picked off on the first play. Leighton Mitchell, the junior defensive back, turns it around for Catholic-N.I Iberia. That's the third turnover for Notre Dame.
Well, he knew the ball was tipped again. D lineman gets the hands up. He knew he wanted to go with the football. But Catholic-N.I Iberia did a great job again of getting the hands up and getting a tip ball and interception for the New Iberia defense.
Some great pressure by Catholic-N.I Iberia's defensive line. They'll tip that pass. We got a Braves fan in the house. Leighton Mitchell with the interception puts the ball back in the hands of the Panthers. Ball was tipped by Jace Ruskowski. Here's a run, and the clock continues to tick. Tristan Lewis continued to move the ball up the field. Lewis, the true definition of Iron Man, starting cornerback and starting running back. Had a 63-yard touchdown that he ran for earlier in the second half. Lewis on the night, 4 carries for 74 yards. He remains in the backfield along Luke Landry. Hand off to Lewis, left side. He's about 2 yards shy of a first down and moving the chains.
Their second timeout of the half.
Timeout called by Notre Dame.
2, 3, get.
Make sure to tune in Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. as the LHSAA Network brings you Power Hour, an in-depth look at influential figures in high school sports in Louisiana. The show dives deep into the careers and moments of each guest as we feature those who have been the pillars in the Louisiana high school landscape. Some big names have already come on the program. Again, Pete Boudreau, longtime track coach. We've interviewed Tyrus Thomas. We've talked with Brenda LeBlanc, Hall of Fame volleyball coach from the Baton Rouge and Lafayette area. Mike Boyer, a longtime principal at Turlings Catholic, but who was the voice of track and field for the LHSAA for 50 years and still going strong. And Mike Roach coming this Tuesday night on Power Hour. Catholic-N.I Iberia, third down. They're 3 of 7 tonight. Here's a keeper by Landry, and with the spot, they've moved the chains. Boy, I like Luke Landry.
Absolutely. He's a gamer. He's extremely competitive. He's poised, and obviously he's a great thrower on the run as well. And as a quarterback, if you're able to make plays on the run, you put the defense in a peculiar situation because you have the option to either run or throw the football, and I think that's something he's taking advantage of tonight.
Coach told us his biggest improvement is in understanding protections. He can change calls. This is a guy that's the first one there for practice. He's always asking questions. And he's getting some looks from some smaller schools, some D2, D3 schools. I think he could be an asset for anybody. Hands off here. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gain a yard with under 2 minutes remaining.
How great it would be if J.D. Hidalgo busts a 60-yard touchdown run right now.
Well, if you're a Pios fan, it wouldn't be great. But, yeah, he's done it all tonight, too, on both sides of the field. Certainly some talented teams in Division III Select that they could match up with in the playoffs. St. Charles Catholic comes to mind, but should be a fantastic regular season capped off by a great playoff run in 2024. Landry looking to the sideline, letting the clock run all the way down to 1:10. Second down and 9 coming up. Just the second season for Coach Matt Desermo. About 20 miles north of us, his big brother Michael is the head coach for the UL Raging Cajuns. And their older brother Bo, who I had a chance to talk with briefly earlier tonight, looks to be one of the coaches on this Catholic-N.I Iberia staff. Run up the middle. We've got 45 seconds remaining. Fans making themselves heard here in New Iberia as the Panthers are going to knock off Notre Dame for the first time in 5 years. And they did it with an aerial display.
They did. Obviously, Landry came out. They established the passing game, did an outstanding job. Big victory. Obviously, you haven't beaten a team in 5 years. This is a big win for this Catholic-N.I Iberia program.
Look at Coach Desermo. He is pumped up as Catholic-N.I Iberia wins our game of the week, 42-28. They rolled off 5 scores in a row before Notre Dame got back in it. Credit to Luke Landry and the offense. They were humming tonight.
They were. Outstanding game plan. Made a lot of big plays tonight defensively. I think they came in and stepped in the second half.
They'll shake hands, and postseason will roll when we come back on the other side of this break. Catholic-N.I Iberia improves to 3-1 in the 2024 season. We'll be back after this.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
The The start of school means the start of new sports seasons, which unfortunately can mean injuries. Too often, sports injuries are treated with opioids, leading to addiction among our youth. And drug addictions can cause overdoses and deaths. If you're injured, ask your doctor for medicines and therapies that don't use opioids. And if you're struggling with opioid addiction, we can offer treatment. Opioid addiction is a losing game. You can help. Learn more at realhelpvr.com. That's realhelpvr.com.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
So it's going to come down.
42-28, your final. Catholic-N.I Iberia victorious on a Thursday night at home over Notre Dame. Garrett Walvard, Derry Beckwith with a wonderful matchup, and we've got another good one coming next week on Saturday night as we head to New Orleans for Edna Karr taking on St. Aug. The Cougars and the Purple Knights should be a fantastic game with the LHSAA Network Game of the Week. Again, Saturday night at 7 p.m. And now a chance to take a closer look at tonight's ball game. You see the victorious Panthers getting their first win in 5 years over the Pios of Notre Dame. We didn't expect to see the aerial show that we did, but it was great to see, and really Luke Landry just tore it up.
Luke Landry did an outstanding job. That second half, they put the game on ice. Obviously, Notre Dame did a valiant effort trying to get back in this football game, but too much Luke Landry, too much Mitchell, too much J.D. Hidalgo, and Catholic-N.I Iberia comes up with the victory.
They got off to an early lead. Landry, 16 of 23, 327 yards and 5 touchdowns, but it was the running game that got him on the board first.
Absolutely. Obviously, Notre Dame gets the possession, gets down the field, gets a touchdown, and Landry right here hitting his main man, Mitchell, getting a great play, great touchdown, and outstanding duo from Landry and Mitchell.
We'll hear from Mitchell later on in the ball game. There he is. Nice catch over the middle for about 35 yards. Landry throwing it up, and he's got receivers all over the field. Here's Gavin Roy. They're going crazy in the second half.
Oh, absolutely. And right here, Notre Dame obviously like to establish run game, and they got some things going in the second half as well.
Drew Lejeune with that scoring touchdown. Tristan Lewis got loose for 63 yards of his own. Notre Dame is going to throw into the end zone. It is deflected and intercepted by the fullback, Owen Wilson. 3 turnovers in the ball game. Notre Dame did not complete a pass in the fourth quarter.
That's all. And look, obviously, get the end zone, got another touchdown, but a little bit too late. Interception seals the game.
We'll take a look at our stats for tonight's ball game on the LHSAA network. 17 first downs for Notre Dame, 15 for Catholic-N.I Iberia. Pretty even offense for Notre Dame. 187 rush, 192 passing, but the aerial assault by Catholic-N.I Iberia couldn't be overcome.
And the keys in the game, Notre Dame 3 turnovers, 14 penalties for 106 yards.
The penalties really added up for Notre Dame. Derry, final thoughts on our matchup tonight?
It was a great game. I think both teams should be proud of themselves. If I'm Notre Dame, you don't want to hang your head. You want to keep the momentum going, make the corrections, minimize the penalties. Obviously, I think that's been an issue for this Notre Dame team this year. And for Lewis Cook, this is something he's not used to, having all these penalties. But you will see these teams, I think, possibly another matchup in the state championship this year.
I think so too. Both of these teams have to play a game, and then they're going to be on the road for 3 games in a row. So some road games coming for both these schools. For Derry Beckwith, I'm Garrett Walvard. Awesome matchup tonight. We're glad you were with us on the LHSAA network. Catholic of New Iberia gets the win at home in front of a raucous crowd, 42-28. For all of our production crew, have a great night, everybody, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week live from New Orleans for Karr and St. Aug.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.